Greetings, you people! Hello, my king! What's going on? How's it been? This is Briarstone, and indeed, welcome to Sunday morning heroes. Everybody is about to begin in just a few seconds. And without further ado, let's get some voices of the people who are going to be joining me this morning. We have Quill18.
Hey, folks.
We have Demonac.
Greetings.
And we also have a Kiss for Luck.
Hey, you.
Just right quick, Demonac, your microphone, not your microphone, your video is broken. I don't know if that's, if you know that. I can hear you just fine, but your camera is broken. I do not see your face.
That is odd. She was fine, but okay.
Yeah, it's just a little bit weird. I might have to refresh. If I do, I will do that in just a moment. Without further ado, though, we're gonna get some FaceTime continuum in 3, 2, 1. Faces, except for one. Right? There's one face missing.
You can't see what I'm doing.
It's actually pretty disturbing.
We can see your heavenly glow when you talk. That's
yeah,
nice.
little bit of a thing happening over there on the side.
I've been making all kinds of weird faces, and you'll never know.
I make weird faces all the time, even when I have a straight face. And of course, Bella, the lovely Bella. I hear you, Bella. I think everybody else does too.
Yes, be quiet. I've already fed you all the cookies.
All the cookies. Right, so, everything's about to get back into order. Now, there is going to be the element of me needing to recount some story. I would suppose. It's been 2 whole weeks since we started this, or ended this last. And, right, so, where have we been? Does anybody else want to recount, or do you want me to recount it? I'll just do a summarize. First things first. What happened? Right, you guys went into a cave. Lance Rock, the Lord of Lance Rock, who may or may not have been possible ally, you'll never know, has been murdered, by the protagonist of the story. And, yeah, after that, you guys went back into town. There was a lot of other things that happened, some rumbling in the ground. You have discovered that there was indeed, in your own hometown of Red Larch, there was a conspiracy of sorts. And what they call the believers, I suppose. The higher-ups, certain individuals who happen to be well-known and well-appropriated people inside of Red Larch were all in on this believer side of things. These guys were being played, as best as you figure. They were being played by somebody whom you also dispatched not too long ago. He seemed to be a kind of interesting Earth-based priest, as best you can figure.
It wasn't that interesting.
No, it wasn't that interesting. Bouncing around, riding a rock around in the circle.
We never would have suspected LaRock to be an Earth priest.
Yeah, the rock. And you know what? I would like to say that I made up that name, but I unfortunately did not. That was indeed the name the guy was given. Right. So after that, you guys left Red Larch, and you harried off, I should say, to hey pals, you guys left to go to Lasanne's farm, homestead. Right, okay, now...
Where Eric bonded with the children, yes.
Yes, I remember that, something about bacon, and of course he was denied bacon. That was unfortunate. At the Lasanne homestead, you got to meet Lasanne's older brother, Govanden. And he's a ranger. He's a very, very experienced individual. And you learned about somebody called the Arakoa. Not the Arakoa, that's the wrong name. I can't say it. It's spelt like that, almost. Arakoa or something. I have no idea. But anyway, they're not the bird-like people from World of Warcraft. They are indeed humans. And they're
not just from World of Warcraft. They're also a race in D&D.
Indeed.
Yes.
Are they now?
But you're saying they're not. They're not
like
that.
They're not bird
the little
people.
Murloc people?
What's that?
Little
No.
fishy people or something?
No, that would be the Kuatoa.
Another game?
Kuatoa, that's a
right,
Demon X campaign. We have a lot of those.
They are found. Yeah.
Yeah. So, right. So where was I? Okay.
ahead.
And you learned about them a little bit from your brother. Govanden told you a bit about them, and they're searching and seeking out and destroying people who happen to be associated with different elemental cults. That's what their specialty happens to be.
Good for them.
Yeah. Now, you guys are currently still at the homestead. You have not left the homestead, and there is a lot of talk about orcs, ice shield orcs, just to the north and probably to the east of a place called Belliard, where there's many homesteads and farms and ranches and all this sort of thing where they have been going through and breaking people's lives, taking their things and carting off not only the goods that the people have for themselves, but sometimes also the people. And in some cases, some very interesting things happen. And the fact that the orcs, some of them, have been taking up residence. Orcs don't usually do that. They don't stick around. They raid, pillage, leave. Raid, pillage, leave. They keep doing that.
Yeah.
But some of them have been sticking around, and for what? And that's just out of their behavior. That's out of their normal behavior. So, last I remember, you guys were saying that you wanted to go and check that
orcs.
out. Now, do you still want to? You can totally take that back.
No.
Nope. Okay.
Why would we take that back?
I'm
We have a lifetime history. Tao and I are going for orcs.
Indeed.
Yeah. Very high priority.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys can rest overnight here. It's sort of early morning at this point. After all the talking and everything, you guys can rest over until the morning light, or if you want to, you can sleep in, and you can set off on the road back to Red Larch. Would be the way that Govanen would say. Go back to Red Larch, grab some provisions, and then head up the Desserin Path. I think is what the name of it is.
We're going to Belliard. Is that
the Larch Path? Belliard, yes.
Yeah, okay, then we want the Larch Path across the bridge. Yeah. Okay.
The Larch Path is indeed the quickest way, but Govanen has traveled it before, and it is quite tricky. The best idea is to travel in groups. So his suggestion, and despite, if you guys want to take him up on it, is that, get hired on as a caravan guard and just get more people. The more people, the less of a chance that some random beast is going to come and try to attack. So that's just the idea.
I wouldn't say that, but I mean, if the beast kills the first 3 people it comes across and you're in a big group, that's how zebras survive. That's
it, exactly. Humans survive in packs. So there is that.
Push them out. That's good.
We have more hit points. It's much more likely the NPCs will die. So yeah, that sounds like a good strategy.
If anything attacks for food, you have 3 bodies now for food, and they'll just probably leave you alone at that point, I'd imagine. You just, sacrifices have to be made.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, I think that's all the preliminary stuff. We can get down to the nitty-gritty. Resting overnight. Is there anything that you guys want to do specifically?
Sleep.
Just sleep?
Sleep.
Yeah. Seems like the way to go.
Hits together, but sleep.
Could use some rest.
Okay. If you have that already.
Last couple days.
What's that?
I said it's been a long haul the last couple days. I went into town for pie, and it was like 2 days ago or something, right?
Tao's pies. No. Actually, no. It's only been a day. Not even 2 days. Yeah.
It was a very long day.
Mm-hmm.
But it was we were fighting like all overnight. We were down in that hole and that fell in the middle of Red Larch, and
yeah,
right.
It was like 2 or 3 in the morning by the time we got back.
Long haul.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, so right, so you guys can rest overnight here. Nothing will happen overnight. And so now it is morning time, and you guys can set off for Red Larch. Heading back to Red Larch, Govanen
coming with us? Is Govanen coming with us?
Govanen? No. Govanen wants to head that way himself. In fact, he was going to head back to the high forest anyway. He has some business there as one of the Emerald Enclave members. He will be heading back that way. He's made some pretty strong alliances in that group.
Cool.
Okay. On the road, heading back to Red Larch, you do come across your brother, one of your younger brothers. In fact, he's the bard, the singer, the guy. He's heading back to the farm.
We have all my brothers home.
Yeah, he's coming. He's coming to visit. So
yeah, but now we just miss you if we go back to town.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Carwin, hello. You have any news for us? Give me a whole hug. Welcome home. Interesting times here. What's been going on with you? Where have you been?
I actually just came back from a sort of a long overstay in Waterdeep.
Oh, you were south.
I went there for the big city, big money. They say. Honestly, just a lot more smells.
Smells.
City,
How's
city is
Lashana?
big, money mediocre. Mostly same size.
But he is full of rumors from that area. And specifically, there is an issue around the outskirts of Waterdeep where it sort of seems like what's going on. You guys sort of get it really fast. What's going on outside of Red Larch here with the elemental things? That sort of thing is also happening in Waterdeep. Guards have reported some sightings of lightning striking the sky, not the sky striking down or anything. It just looks weird. Like it's just like lightning sort of like coming up from the ground and just blazing across the hillside. And even the tides have been much higher than normal. So
See, I have a hard time imagining that this little, I don't know, 2-bit cult that we ran into could
Yeah.
possibly be responsible for something affecting Waterdeep.
it's pretty
You
interesting.
think that there's more cultists and potentially more substantial cultists.
Yeah,
Yep.
lightning, all very interesting. So, Mr. Bird Brother, you have seen it? Have you heard anything about my brother Alexei? He looks little like me, but prettier, smaller.
No, I'm sorry, I haven't. Nobody that fits your facial structure at least. I do know that a lot of people do end up going missing in Waterdeep of late.
Waterdeep.
Yeah, Waterdeep.
Yeah.
There is a lot of concern in that regard. People are just not returning home from work.
Is there news from the
Have you heard
east?
anything about who make people go missing or what?
Well, no. I as a bard, most people like to tell me the stories that they want to tell me, that I can work into ballads and such. And I have nothing really permanent to go on. All I do have to go on is the sort of rumor that there are cave-side or beach-side caves that have been swarming with undead lately.
Always with undead. Yeah.
Well, that's just the story. I don't know. I didn't go out that way.
That might be something else for us to check out after we deal with these orcs.
Could be a thing. And that's about it. He bids you farewell, the son. He wants to see more of you. You could tell him where you're going, and maybe he'll head that way.
Ooh. Well, our Govanin is here. We're all chatting. Yes. I mean, while we're getting news from him, finding out Lashana, she pregnant yet? Nothing? No, it's okay. She's doing good. You guys are still together. All those things. We're heading off to Belliard. Orcs. What can I say, Carwin? Orcs. We've got to go. He knows Tao. Remember her? And in this, you remember Eric. Remember the guy we were trying to heal and it didn't work out really well?
You almost see like a light bulb go off in his head.
Yeah.
He's like, oh. Because
Yeah,
this is totally out of his realm. Because you were not supposed to be walking.
Been an exciting, interesting few days. And the news that you're telling us is really fitting in with what we're finding it's going around here. We've had some really strange storms. We've run into cultists we didn't know about. There's been some undead activity over at Lance Rock. Some strange, I know it's been a really rough couple of days here. I've got to ask you, you're talking about things with the elements, the lightning and stuff. Has there been any news further east? Is this I'm just wondering how widespread this problem actually is.
Not more to the east. It all seems to be from the news that I gather, and it all seems to be coming more from the more from here, the Desserin Valley. Most of it seems to be coming from here, from the north.
But it's even as far as Waterdeep though. Like did you see anything on the road coming up? That's a long trip.
I traveled with quite a large group. The caravan I was traveling with was, I think it was 8 cart long, or 8 train long, I guess. Like, well, what do you call that? I can't remember. 8 wagons long. Thank you. And guarded by several guards. And no, it was pretty quiet on our way up. There was the occasional sort of skirmish with hungry wolves or whatnot, but we didn't even have to kill them. They sort of moved away, just because, I don't know, frightened them off, I guess.
And no weird weather or anything.
In terms of the weird weather, that is one of the things that really, makes me a little bit aggravated, because when I want to write some ballads, I want to, put in some descriptions about what people have been seeing, and I haven't seen it.
You didn't see anything yesterday?
No.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
All right, and so yeah, he notes down. For instance, Eric though, when he sees Eric, and Eric's now got his legs, you can kind of see him like look at you, and he writes down something in his little notepad real fast about.
There's a story for you.
There's a story, yeah. Yes. There might be a song at some point that he's singing about.
The giant.
You got magic legs, can it, Dan?
You got legs again. All right.
I am not so interesting. It's fine.
So very good.
Okay, I just want to point out something I'm seeing in chat here. Somebody said something about she's got a lot of brothers. Actually, I have 6 brothers, and we have a long history. There is some information that's going up over on my website right now, kissforluck.net, about my family and maps and different things. But the big point that I'm leading up to is I find it interesting that she has all these brothers, because that's screaming targets to me. So Briarstone, no.
I don't know what you mean. Well,
no.
My brain never even went there, but it has now. Thank you. No. All right. Yeah. No. 6
with the winking.
6 brothers. I mean, Catholic maybe. Let's go for it. Back to Red Larch.
Go for it.
Red Larch. You guys gonna grab some provisions and everything. Mr. Harbrick, the constable,
oh, right, okay.
He sees you as you're walking through, the main center there, and he approaches Lisanne. He approaches you directly, and
no more side quests.
Yeah, no. He says he wants to thank you again for helping with for helping expose sort of the seedier things that have been going around in town of late. It's really weird. It's going to be a bit unstable in Red Larch, as these are prominent members of Red Larch. These are bigwigs, right? And he has since been able to find more people associated with the Believers, people that you didn't know were or part of it. And he's not telling you the names, but there are more people than even you guys knew about, and they're getting more intel every day on the situation.
Yeah, so it's like the 1%, except it is more than 50% of the named people in town.
Sounds like a witch hunt is starting.
Yeah, well, it could be a thing like that. There's also Walver. I can't barely say his name. Weird name. Wagon guy. Yeah. Anyway, he's missing. He's gone. They can't find him anywhere. So there's that.
Wait a minute. The wagon master that has his own.
The She-Hulk one, right?
alone?
The one that was the one who had a ladder going down to the place in his shop.
And he's gone.
Yep, they went to go pick him up because they know for a fact he was part of it.
And he was part of the bad stuff, right? So are they gonna auction off all his stuff?
You know what? There's another Wagon Works too. They might have dibs or an auction. Yeah, that might be interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's not here anymore. He in terms of what Constable Harbrick wants to say, he's escaped. And as far as he's concerned, he is now a fugitive. And if you happen to come across him, preferably alive, if you can, bring him back.
Huh.
Okay. Now, there's also a nice, a good wagon train still in town. You sort of get the idea. It could be the one that your brother, the Bard,
Carwin
was
just
part of.
with.
Yeah. Now, half of it apparently is going more further north, Mirabar way, and the other half of it is going more to actually going to Belliard. They say that specifically. They're going to Belliard. They have goods to deliver as well as pick up in terms of farming and tools and such. So you guys can be a part of that if you like.
All right, I've had used to do jobs like this, so we'll approach the caravan master. I'm not sure what you call him, but whoever's leading up this troop, and ask if they want some extra escorts through here. Is that a Tau, Eric? Sound like a plan?
Well, I mean, Tao is, if we were traveling alone, it's going to be fine because I could be the widow the whole way.
Okay.
Especially leaving in town. So I'm just going to be Tao and not the widow. So luckily, I got that advance for the barge right-in job from the Centrum. So I can drop a couple of coins to be a passenger.
Okay. All right. Oh, okay, this could be interesting though if we run into something.
Well, and in particular, with such a big wagon train and with such cultist activity going around, there's always a possibility that there could be some people within the wagon train itself that is kind of dubious. For all we know, Welver is trying to use this to escape town. So it might actually be good to have someone who is not, guard/adventurer in here who can go around and ask a few more questions.
Okay.
I like it. Yeah.
Not bad.
A bit
We have an
incognito.
undercover spy. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's speaking of spies.
I'll disguise this cavern guard guy. It's more believable.
Yeah, you do fit the part pretty well. Interestingly enough, though, you don't carry a weapon, and as every other guard that's there, they want like one even has an offhanded weapon that he offers you. But
No,
I don't know.
No, it's okay. I have magic weapon.
Hello.
Concentrate. Yeah. I concentrate, it appears. I stop my fist in front of his face. It's just like
Okay.
it's fine.
All right. So you guys are going to be heading with the caravan that's going through the Larch Path. What's it called?
Yes, it's the Larch Path.
Larch Path.
It goes like northeast to just before the river there.
Okay.
Ooh, we have to cross a bridge where there'll be trolls.
Well, I don't know. We're gonna have to find out when we get there. Actually, no. Well, the thing is that when it comes to these things, and people who travel these areas a lot, they know the ins and outs of these roads and the dangers that happen to be. Apparently, this particular road, if you stay on it, right, things are okay. There is, as you guys are getting prepared to leave, one of the caravaneers looks at looks at Tao specifically, because Tao looks like a normal person and could be completely put the fear of beasts into. Tells you a story about the abandoned quarry just as we pass through this path, just to the west of the path. You can see it
with rapt attention.
Ooh, you can see it from the road. And there's been many a lord that has wanted to claim that quarry again for themselves, and they have brought in entire legions in times past, and they never was able to hold it. There's bodies scattered in and around those abandoned ruins, and nobody knows what happens. People go in, and they never return. Okay.
Ruins?
Yeah, it's called the Abandoned Quarry.
Wait, is this the quarry that's in town?
No. This is further out.
Boy, the story cropped up fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Scarlet Monasteries are up there too, on the other side of the road. It's something like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Something like that.
Although, interestingly enough, you've been looking at the wrong maps again. You need to stop doing that.
It's my map. It's the one I've edited here.
Oh, okay. I guess some people would know about the actual buildings there.
You said I'd worked like five years or more as a guide taking caravans all over these roads.
No, that's true.
I know this stuff.
Yeah, you know some of
and
it. Yeah.
Geography's one of my talents.
So somewhere north of town, there's another quarry with some ruins where people keep disappearing and stuff. Yeah, okay. We'll want to check that out too at some point.
Yeah, at some point.
It's off the road though. We don't
Probably not
Quest
with the
log is
caravan
full.
though. If you guys are going to be with the caravan. Yeah. Also, there is the really important quest of, important to you guys, of the Ice Shield Orcs. So you guys are going to be heading that way, at least. Right. So with this caravan, I'm just going to kind of like move forward really fast.
Okay.
With this caravan, nothing seems to come around. Although there is one thing I want to mention. 1 second. I want to roll for it. Okay, no. So that doesn't happen. All right. So you guys quite safely. It takes a couple days there, but you know to move all the goods at a reasonable pace. Takes a couple days, but you guys reach Belliard, and inside of Belliard, it you know as everybody sort of like follows the caravan to a full stop, starts unloading some goods and then reloading some goods. You guys can pretty much do whatever you want this time.
Right, but if we can rewind just a little bit. During the trip, I want to be going around talking to more people, sort of making friends. I mean, I got my Jedi mind trick, persuasion, sort of diplomacy powers.
Okay.
And I want to sort of go around and establish that Welver's not in this wagon train.
Okay. All right. So so how are you how would you go about it? Are you asking people if they've seen Welver, or are you just sort of just talking to everybody and
Yeah, trying to talk to everyone, trying to get a good sense of who's in the caravan, that no one's disguised. If I can peek into the various wagons,
okay.
Subtly, day, night, that sort of thing, that would be good.
Okay, sure. Just do one roll. I'm trying to figure out which one's the best.
Investigation?
Investigation, I think, would be the best. Yeah, do an investigation roll.
Okay.
Okay.
16.
16. That's going to be plenty. You notice a few things, but the most important thing that I want to mention is that you do not find any sight or any information about Welver. That he's not part of this train, at least, and nobody here seems to have any paraphernalia that links back to him in any way that you can discern. But you do notice that they're carrying more than just tools for farming. And indeed, they also have a lot of fermented goods. Like a large part of the caravan, like one whole cart is nothing but booze. And you don't know why. But where exactly is this cart headed? This is enough for a king's feast. This is huge amount of liquor, if you will. This is the biggest cart in this caravan is carrying nothing but booze. So
interesting.
Cool.
Yeah. All right.
I know it's too early for break. Caffeine just kicked in. I have to pee real bad. So you guys continue. I'll be right back.
Okay. Let me think some
okay. Well,
exposition.
During Tao's investigation and chatting with people, do we find out what this big order is for? Is this just going up to an inn? Is this a regular sort of occurrence? I mean, I would be talking to the guards. I'm doing some scouting stuff out front. Are we getting more rumors off the roads, more problems? And what is this? Is there a party? Is there a big wedding that's happening? There's so many goodies there. Wow, what's going on? So,
right. Interestingly enough, when it comes to the final destination for some of this booze, and in fact, because you guys are now in Belliard, you are seeing some of the booze get offloaded, but it's just a small fraction of it getting offloaded here in Belliard, and it's sort of being the big kegs, these big casks are being rolled towards the inn, the Night Watcher Inn, which is in Belliard, yeah. But in terms of like where the rest of it is going, for whatever reason, unless you want to make a persuasion check, the what do you call them there? The merchant responsible for this he's got a tight lip about it. He's not telling you where it is, unless of course you can persuade him. You can do a persuasion check, and if it's high enough, really, of course it is. All right, so he's telling you specifically that this whole cart is going to hopefully get more guards to make the long journey up to Mirabar. Mirabar, there is indeed a royal wedding.
Oh, in Mirror. We lost Demonac.
Yeah.
Oh, we got
So-
Demon. We have
wait,
two Demonacs.
Why did everything went weird on my screen?
Mine too.
Mine froze completely, so I went back out and back into roll 20, and
Right.
now I can see everyone again.
Well, yeah, and then everybody else's cam died on my overlay. What the hell happened?
Oh.
Okay. I'm just gonna reload. 1 second. We'll be back in just a second, everybody. Hopefully faces will be in the right place. I'm gonna say that Demonac broke it. Demonac broke all the things.
Flying.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So most people are back in their normal position. Are we back? Okay. Everything's back to normal. Excellent. For whatever reason that happened. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. Now, what else can I do? I need more exposition while we wait for Quill. Right. You guys can head into the inn. You made a long journey to this location. Belliard is not a very big place. In fact, it's smaller than Red Larch. But
Okay.
it does have a nice inn. In fact, I dare say the inn is nicer than the one in Red Larch. So it seems like
Okay.
maybe they're trying to grow. And they're doing it by way of making the amenities of the place nicer than anywhere else around.
Going for tourism trade. I
Could
like
be a
it.
thing.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, we can go and check it out. I have to ask around about Alexei.
Oh yes, yeah. Ask around about Alexei. Do a investigation roll. And are you doing it specifically in the inn, or are you just doing it in and around the entire area?
Mostly in the inn.
Mostly in the inn. Okay.
At least initially, yeah. It seems like the inn is most of the town, so I don't know. Only got 13.
Let's see what I can give you. Okay, I'll tell you what happens. With you asking around about that, there is... Where is she? I will find it.
So Brother Alexei went missing in Waterdeep. It looked a little like a tiny version of me, you know.
Good. Well, you talk to a lady by the name of Sinya, and she tells you that she hasn't seen anybody of your likeness specifically, but she does tell you that there was someone of small stature in this inn not too long ago that was wearing a golden mask and was very, very intent. Or it almost seemed like, because, you know, she's her occupation in times past, she feels that he was eavesdropping on a conversation that the Mirabar... Hello! Oval! $10, thank you, man! And everybody got more generosity coming in from Oval.
Neat.
But yeah, so...
And Golden Mask was eavesdropping on...
the Mirabar delegation. The same Mirabar delegation that you guys learned has gone missing. And of course, if you remember, you also have Mirabar little currency, if you will, that you picked off the body off the
Right.
the purse, so to
Right.
speak, of the earth
Yeah.
priest or whatever that you guys killed.
No, when you say small stature, I mean small compared to me. You don't mean like halfling, right?
No, just normal,
Like,
but
normal person, I guess.
yeah, in fact, much more normal than your size.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you get a lot of masks in here? You'd think Gold Mask guy would look pretty weird and suspicious to everyone.
Well, we get all sorts. Most are, well, they're interesting individuals. They come in sort of to protect the caravans. I guess it's, you know, nobody discriminates when you have a good sword arm.
Yeah. Well, I can understand. Guy has Gold Mask. You probably think he pays well, gives good tips or something. But can you describe Mask a little more? I mean, I know Gold Mask. Probably not a lot of Gold Masks around. Probably know when you see it. But I'm curious.
Yeah, no, all she has is the eye. She knows that the mask was gold. She spends a lot of time in the Watchful Night, this inn, just to catch Quill up. They're in an inn right now, called the Watchful Night.
The watchful. It wasn't Night Watcher. It's the Watchful Night.
Yeah. Watchful Night. Did I have that right? Yeah, Watchful Night. And what was I saying? Right. And she tries to remain, inconspicuous. She doesn't want to, look like she's looking. So she didn't get close to the guy because she found him very off-putting. And interestingly enough, too, she does go ahead and tell you that when the delegation left town, so the delegation was here, they left town, then they went missing. But when they left town, so did, shortly thereafter, the man wearing the golden mask. So she finds that very ominous, if you will.
Yeah, no, it's pretty ominous. So ominous, I think I should buy you a drink. Hey.
But she will not refuse. She will not refuse. If you want, you can roll a charisma check. Just straight up charisma.
Okay. Where did I put my character
Tao managed to find out that all
my
of
character sheet closed when I refreshed my thing, that's why.
some of the booze that this caravan was carrying, some of it was going to this inn, this Watchful Night Inn, but the majority of it is actually going back up north to Mirabar for a royal wedding.
Right. There's...
So thanks for finding that out, Tao.
Good. Keen on my charisma there.
What's
Again,
interesting with
I
those...
use the saves that I don't have bonuses for because it's easier than there's no stat button on my sheet.
Okay, very good.
What's interesting with the with those trade bars from Mirabar, I don't know, because it's interesting that it wasn't just gold coins or whatever. It's specifically these trade bars that we found on that body. Is someone from Mirabar involved, or it sounded like our cultists back in town were raiding caravans and kidnapping people and whatever, so that could have just been stolen from this and that. But it is interesting that there's, something pretty significant going on in Mirabar at this time. We'll have to keep that in mind.
And to attack a delegation, right? I mean, what do you get from a delegation? There's not going to be anything in the way of real monetary value. They don't dress in fancy wear. They're a delegation.
Not in gold masks,
so
anyway.
Sorry.
Usually not in gold masks anyway.
Yeah. So what do you get from that? That's the other thing that makes the news around the towns and everything. Everybody's talking about this missing delegation. It just doesn't happen. They're like political figures. Yes. And now they're missing, and that's, what do you get from that? Nobody really understands. But anyway, there is at this moment, actually, yeah, no. At this moment, you hear, I was supposed to roll and then say at this moment, but anyway. At this moment, sorry. You hear the warning bells going off in the city. There's just like a ding, 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 fire, fire, fire. You hear like the words fire. And people are rushing out of the Watchful Night Inn.
Okay. Well, I would do that too. I would go help.
I want to go see what's going on.
We have just... Have we lost Demonac again?
Nope.
Demonac, you have been steadily just like 1 FPS sounding like a robot since the stream started. I don't know if there's anything going on with your internet.
It shouldn't be. Anything, I got my internet upgraded in between. That should make it worse, you'd think.
Right.
Actually, that's the first time I've heard it that way. He's been sounding fine for me.
Yeah, he's been
I
mostly
don't have video
fine,
for him
sounding
now.
mostly fine, but now he's freeze framing. Yeah, you're stuck in one interesting look there, buddy. I think he's gone.
He's scary.
Yeah.
And we've lost him.
I think we lost him. All right. As we wait for him to come back, hopefully he'll be back pretty soon. Yeah, so I don't want to get too far ahead. What do I do? You don't want to take a break, I guess? That's kind of weird.
Well, give him a second. It might not take long. We got
I know
people
what we can do.
asking about Dungeons and Dragons and what it is we're doing.
Okay.
But, okay, you said you know what we're doing. What are we doing? Explain things.
Right, I know what we can do, because I don't want to get too far ahead in terms of story, because then I'll just have to say it again.
Yeah, say it again.
We could, let's think this through. Seems like he's coming back. Or is he?
Well, I do want to say that now that we've separated from the wagon train and all that, and we are in another town. I will be going around in the guise of the widow, basically full time now.
You are in the guise of the widow now. Okay.
Yeah.
Found a nice, quiet back alley and came out scary.
Yeah.
It's like the equivalent of a phone booth.
I was gonna say I found a phone booth.
Dun da 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 da. All right. So. Right, there's a fire going on. I'm trying to think of what I can tell you now. You know, I can tell you.
Hello,
This
Wolf.
will be short. What you notice real fast, you guys, is that there's no fire in town. In fact, no, there's just a big cloud, a big billowing smoke cloud on the horizon, and it's plains from here, so you can sort of see what's burning in the distance. It seems like
What direction?
it is to from Belliard, sort of to the northeast. Well, more east than north, if you will.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a billowing cloud of smoke, and people are immediately jumping to conclusions, saying that they bet it's the orcs. They bet the orcs they're getting really brave. They're getting closer and closer and closer to Belliard. Belliard is starting to feel a little bit of a pinch here. They're not getting as much food from these surrounding farms as they used to either. So this is really aggravating.
Between different things that are going on, and we haven't, and maybe we just didn't get a chance to ask that about the orcs in the area. What's been going on? I mean, that's why we're here, right?
Right.
That hasn't come up again, but I
I
mean,
was asking about other stuff, but this is why you guys are here.
Yeah.
We have to go call the orc herd.
Yeah.
Call the orcs. Yeah.
So this is probably an outlying farm or house, we think, that is actually being attacked at this moment.
Yeah, in fact, you hear it. You hear somebody say, "That's Arundel Farm." You know, they actually name it.
Okay.
They know exactly. Thank you, Trash Can Man, for killing everybody.
Oh, Trash Can Man. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Did you catch the $50 earlier? I don't remember if we
No.
acknowledged that one.
$50? No, I didn't see a $50. Who was that? Oh, Chemical Crash. Dude, thank you.
Not good.
Yay, Sunday Morning Heroes. Yeah, we got the $50 from Chemical Crash. Did not come through that I saw.
We did.
And then-
I found it somewhere else. I didn't see it here before, but thank you for that.
Craziness.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much. And then the $10 from Olful for a fun live stream with all the glory of bugs, and of course the $100 just came in from Trash Can Man. A gift to our Lord King and God of Games. Thank you very much. All right. So Demonac, just to catch you up, there is a fire going on, but not in town. So this is the Arundel Farm. I don't know if you caught on to
I
that.
heard most of it.
Okay.
Most of the time I was present in spirit.
Okay.
Okay.
In spirit. Very good.
In spirit. Ooh. Okay, so Tao, I'm thinking you and I, at least, Derek, come on, this is what we're here for.
Yeah.
Gotta save the day. There's going to be
I've
guards
heard
and
a lot
everything
of
from
good
town
thing
coming
of-
out.
Have not heard lots of good things about orcs. We'll take your word for it.
Okay.
Good.
In fact, you recognize right now some of there's not many, mind you, but there are a handful of people getting some weapons. They seem to be
Good. Let's
ducking
go.
in and grabbing some weapons and that sort of thing. And oddly enough, though,
Hi,
not many are
hello.
venturing past the walls of the town. They're just sort of, I don't know what you can call it. You can tell that they seem sort of nervous, but they're like just hanging around town. They're like, are they coming this way? Type of situation.
Ah, okay.
They're
So
ready
getting
for
ready
defense.
to defend themselves.
Yeah. Even
But
though
not
that this farm is like, a few miles away, they feel like, maybe they have to protect themselves now. What fear does, I suppose.
Okay, we still have Govanen with us.
Govanen is still here.
Okay.
Govanen, while you guys were in the inn, Govanen just sort of took a walk around town. He didn't exactly say where. You can inquire if you want. But otherwise, he's not saying much.
Well, right now, I mean, we have. If there's a farm going down, then if there's
Yeah,
orcs there, right now is when we need to move.
We need
So
to
who's
go.
the best persuasion check? I mean, let's try to get these people. Come on, guys, you've got weapons. Let's go out and do something about it. Are you going to stand here and wait for the orcs to attack your town?
Does anyone know how many orcs we're talking about here?
Let's go find out.
Yeah, no, in terms of the last scout reports, there's a lot. Most of the time,
Like
and
6?
you can do a persuasion check, but it's a really tough persuasion
No,
check.
that's why I want to know what the number is. If we're talking about 300 orcs versus max 50 human, meleeers, militia, then we're not bringing these people out with us.
No.
We're just going to go and scout and watch. But if we're talking about a couple of dozen orcs and we can round up 50 people here, then it'll be persuasion check time. So can you give us something more precise than lots?
Yeah, the last scout reports, they're splintered, but they have an idea that it's around, at least this immediate area. It's around 40 to 50 orcs, and they're never, to their knowledge, they're splinter groups, right? They send like 4 over here, and they send 10 over here, and they're raiding in multiple directions.
So I just want to get this straight. There seems to be perhaps 40, 50 total orcs in the area, but now, and this is the part I'm not getting. You said they're going to farms, they're raiding, and some are staying. Are all 40 and 50 staying there, or are they leaving, a family of orcs to start farming or whatever it is they're doing? And then now we have 30 moving on to the next farm, and then some are staying there, and 25 are moving on.
I'm sure the scouts don't know their intentions exactly, but we're still, that you'd think they would know, like, is it 50 orcs moving as a group?
Yeah.
Or they think 50 orcs in the vicinity of the town, but at this farm there were like a dozen or 2 dozen or something.
Yeah, no, you can easily get some information from a nearby guard, and the nearby guard, to his knowledge, there is a force specifically of like 40 orcs.
Okay.
And not from that, there's other splinter groups of orcs. So there's more than 40, if you will. There's a lot.
Okay, so now we're actually clear. There is a force of around 40 orcs that is going around as a force of like 40 orcs, and this is part of like an army of orcs.
Yeah.
And so, ballpark figure, if we look at the townspeople, how big of a militia could we potentially form out of that? Able-bodied people.
In the town of Belliard right now, there would be. No, there are a lot of workers and such, not really, what you call fighters, but out of that, you could probably easily, if you count some of the older children there, some of the 16 to 18-year-olds, you could probably get a force of around 40 or 50.
Yeah, okay, so we're not going to do that. If we're using common folk, I'd want at least like a 3-to-1 or 4-to-1 ratio, so...
Yeah. That's not good. Okay, but you were saying that some of these farms that have been raided, I mean, I'm assuming those farmers, if any are still alive, somebody's escaped because you've gotten this news. Are they now living in town, and there are farms out there that are being populated by smaller groups of orcs?
There are some people who live on those farms out there, or did, I should say, live on those farms out there. They are in town right now. Most of them spend a lot of time either staying in the Watchful Night Inn. Some of them are drinking themselves heavily. And then one of the main things is that you've gathered is the fact that the ones that have decided to stay on their farms, like despite the fact that there is this orc threat, as far as the scouts have reported, there's no bodies. They're not finding a whole bunch. Well, they're finding a couple, right? But they're not finding a whole family of bodies on these farms. It's like the orcs are taking not only the food and the goods, but they're also taking people. Right? They're carting them away. For what purpose? Who knows? But,
do they know where they're carting to?
What's that? Sorry.
They know where they're bringing the people?
Yeah, to the center of the camp. There's an orc camp. There's an actual center to it, but that camp keeps moving around, mind you. But there is an actual big orc force. That is where most of the people are.
Okay, so that big orc force, you say we've got a center camp.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the 40 orcs?
Yeah.
No, that he said the 40 orcs is a group that is part of this orc army.
No.
I'm still feeling lost here. Sorry, guys.
I'm pretty sure Briarstone said 40 orcs was the center army, was the main group.
In this area, yeah. This seems like to be like the mass is around that.
So we have a nomadic camp of orcs that are going to farms, taking the people back as hostages, prisoners, food, whatever it is they're doing with them. And that camp is moving around through the area.
Yeah.
But you said that the orcs were staying on the farms.
Some of them. Like,
so that 40 must be getting less and less and less. If we have 40 orcs that come in and we have 5 over here and 4 over there and 3 over there and 2 over there, we don't have 40 people in the middle anymore.
This is after. This is the latest scout report, right? The latest scout report says that there's 40 orcs now, roughly.
Okay.
That's not okay. So that's after the fact of assuming that several have stayed in other places.
Okay.
Right.
No.
So no, that's no.
So there might be more than 40 orcs in the region as a whole.
Exactly.
In smaller bands, but the center group is around 40.
Exactly.
Okay.
There's
Okay.
that's why it's hard to get a hard set number on
Okay.
what to expect, and that's why people who are like, for instance, in Belliard, while the guards are not even, because they can't leave Belliard unprotected, they can't mass a large enough army to leave these walls and expect that to be a great idea. Because the orcs are everywhere. So if they leave here, the orcs attack and they have to come back. Now they're outside the walls. That's a huge disadvantage. So they're staying inside the walls. Right? So, yeah. So that's why. So Belliard's protecting itself, which unfortunately means that a lot of the outlying farms and villages don't have a lot of protection. Unless, of course, they were larger ranches, which do have, some of them have walls.
And the orcs haven't made any demands or talked or anything like that. They just show up and sort of raid.
They're just
and
showing up and grabbing stuff and going.
Okay, so the problem is, what are we going to do against such a big group of orcs? I mean, certainly we'd like to go and, I don't know, save these prisoners or whatever. We don't know what's going on there. We'd like to get them out of here. We could, very much like what I think we did with the Bloodhammer clan, or what you did, you and your father, Lasan, with the Bloodhammer clan, is a lot of sort of hit and run, harassing tactics.
Chip away at
and
it.
just
Yeah.
convince them to go. We could look into doing something like that. We could look into sneaking into their camp and doing something. I mean, it sounds like at this point, a good idea would just be to go out there and scout.
We got to find out what's going on. I mean,
we
we've
don't
been
have enough
taking out
information.
smaller groups of orcs at the farms that have stayed behind, that are sitting off alone now. Their own scouts that are going out, start chipping away at people, things like that. So yeah, we're going to have to make it in small. I mean, we can't take
There's
on
3 of
army
us.
40.
We take 6 orcs at a time, then do
There
it
you go.
again. But we can't take. We get surrounded by 40 orcs. It's not good.
3
Okay,
of
we
you.
got to do some scouting.
Govannon seems
Govannon, 4?
Govannon seems
We weren't
like he
hearing
just got
anything about
left
it.
out of this.
Sounded like he wandered off.
No. He's coming back. He hears you
Okay.
talking right now. He's coming back.
Okay.
And in fact, he does have some news.
Oh,
You have better
well
scout
then,
report.
cough it
Scouts
up.
say
Pete.
it's easy to get information from scouts, but it was very confusing.
Well, whatever. There was an animal that was sent. It was a bird actually that was sent with a message to the member of the Emerald Enclave that stays in this town. I have their name somewhere if you guys want to find out. I have to look it up. But anyway, the message was that the ranch. There's a ranch. It's a really large establishment. One of the largest ranches in the area is sending for aid. And he also got, along with that message, there was another message being sent to the elves of where is it there? Of the High Forest. There was obviously a messenger that was sent in that direction as well. Now, whether or not the elves of High Forest is going to strike out against the orcs, I mean, it seems probable that if they knew for a fact that they had the numbers or at least a winning chance, they would probably strike out of the forest because they're protected in the forest. Coming out of the forest to meet the orcs head on is kind of weird. Does any one of you have knowledge of, like, I don't know, like war? You know, have you
War?
experienced war? You know about tactics, anything like that? No.
No.
Okay. All right.
My dad and I fighting orcs the last time they were around is about it.
Yeah. And,
Yeah,
well,
guerrilla warfare, but
yeah.
Guerrilla
not
warfare.
Well,
No,
that's
no,
actually worked
orc
out
warfare.
for people in the past, though. When you have scattered pieces of people everywhere, the best idea is insurgent groups, right? I mean, so instead of moving with a large force, it might behoove you, I like using that word, to move as a small group, to sort of like strike out and take out like individual targets. But you will need to scout.
Well, that's what Tao said a minute ago. We need to just go out and do some scouting.
Mhm.
We need to find out.
Mhm.
We need some hard information. We need to know what we're up against. Govannon needs to, contact the elves in the high forest. If there's, people that can come to help, if we can coordinate something down the way, he needs to get more information that way. But we need to go out and do some scouting, I think.
Well, he's already sent a
Find out.
message to the elves of High Forest, and the message was regarding the fact that he is on his way
Okay.
there.
All right.
And of course, the way there seems to be quite treacherous. So, yeah, that's all he's done so far. Now we can go back and you can send a message saying that he's on his way to a certain area, and then maybe the elves of High Forest can meet him there or something like that. But it's gonna be interesting. It's up to you guys how you want to proceed. Now I understand that this seems very dangerous, and it is. It really, really is. I want to stress that this is really dangerous. However, there are other people's lives at stake out there on the farms.
Yeah.
And these farms, these
Elves
ranches.
does not seem very immediate. This seems like we should do something like now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And while you guys are talking and deciding what to do, that farm on the hillside, just a few miles out, is still burning.
Yeah,
it's
well,
getting
we
worse.
should head in that direction. One thing that would be nice is, I don't know if the orcs send out patrols, if they have sort of scouts out, if they have this or that. If we can catch groups of orcs, in 2s and 3s,
Yes.
that
Or 6.
Or
or
six.
6.
Or or
What's the
any
time of day right now?
survivors. Or any survivors that may be trying to leave that farm that are being chased by orcs. There might be people who are
Yeah.
trying to get away that we could be helping out.
It
Yeah,
is.
flood convenience. We should look for one of those.
No. It is currently the time is late morning.
Okay. Let's
Yeah,
go.
let's head out.
Do it.
Okay. So you guys gonna head out.
No, I don't know about like horses and stuff, right? Because I'm not sure I have a horse since I only had a borrowed horse and I was just riding
Yeah.
with the caravan, so I probably didn't need one.
Right.
I was assuming we left our horses when we joined this caravan. I think we're walking.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So,
Well, walking also might be pretty smart because horses do draw attention.
Yeah, they're not as stealthy.
Not as stealthy for sure. So yeah, you guys ask for permission to leave Belliard through the east gate there. You do not get stopped by the soldiers, but they do look at you like you're a bit daft. But they say, you know what, this
We're
is
badass mofos.
yeah, this is the stuff of heroes, right? While they stay behind walls. Well, here's the thing. One of the guards, I will say, seems like he wants to come with you, but he can't because that's not his orders, right? He almost says, good luck to you. He gives you the best send-off as he can. And, that's it. That's all. You just got the words, good luck, ringing in your ears as you leave the town of Belliard.
yes, well, we're carrying our own wall, Eric,
Yep,
here,
this is true.
and
Yep.
our Huric, and we have the scary lady here with us. So that's good. We can do this.
Okay.
So we're not like marching down the middle of the road here. We're going to be taking this a little bit easy. Scouting's my thing. I guess I'm scouting.
Yep. In fact, everybody roll spot checks.
Mm.
It is a plain, right? It's not, well, it's got sparse tree covered. It's not a lot of trees, mind you. So you can see pretty far from the rolling hilltops.
So perception, nature,
Yeah.
survival. Which one am I? rolling?
Perception.
Well, actually, best roll for you, Lasan, would
Not that one.
be survival. Just do a survival check. Because your favorite enemy is orc.
Not brilliant.
Right. No, that's not good at all. You know what? I'm gonna do a survival check for because his favorite enemy, your brother's favorite enemy, is also, of course, orc.
Oh yeah, the whole favorite enemy thing.
And he gets a bonus to that +2.
Yeah, actually, the whole favorite enemy. And which?
Where's
I don't
that?
know which one. I don't even know which one to roll for
I
that.
got my sheet somewhere. Let me grab it.
Do.
We're rolling perception, yeah?
So those are dreadful.
Survival. Is it-
I came out with 14. That's not bad at all.
So okay, no, he's okay. So
Okay,
came up with
close.
it?
Or
Okay,
Tao's got
nice.
a nice big one.
So the spot check. Tal, you got a spot check of 20. You do notice You have really good eyes at this point. You can sort of see leaving through the flicker of the flames in the distance, and heading sort of towards you guys, but not exactly. Like coming towards you, off and a little bit further off to the north, more northwest, if you will. A few orcs. You can't spot how many. You just see movement, and you discern it as being orcs. You also see in tow some wagons leaving the burning wreckage.
Orc wagons, huh?
No, well,
They
not
have
orc
wagons?
wagons. No, just wagons.
Oh, wagons. They hit.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah, discerning the fact that they maybe took some wagons from the farm. So there's that. Also, I would like to point out that the survival check for Govanen at this particular point has he's picked up a couple of orc footprints in the area, and there's 2 of them, and he determines them to be scouts, actually orc scouts.
I like that number.
Look.
There are
Not
orc scouts in the
Sorry,
area.
Eric, but 2 is good. We could start with 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's track them.
Okay, you guys gonna go after the 2 orc scouts in the area? Okay.
Sure.
I mean-
I'll try and stay just enough behind to hopefully not like mess up their stealth too much.
Okay.
Um,
Let me just find which one is it going to be. We can do it. We can do it here. I think.
I mean, there's a lot to be said about going directly to the farm to see if there's anyone, still there or anything like that. But I think
did the orc wagon movement look like it was coming towards us, or is going like somewhere in some discernible direction?
Well,
Yeah,
and-
so it's
and-
going more north, but I mean coming out the west side of the farm and going more north. And the
Right.
fire seems to be spreading. It's still not at its full ferocity at the moment, but yeah, no, the fire is definitely spreading.
Okay, so we have 2 tracks from 2 orcs coming toward us or going back toward the farm, and the wagons that are leaving the farm. The movement we saw, is it coming toward us? Is it going north, south?
It's going mostly north.
That's going away from us
Yep.
to the north.
Mm-hmm.
And our tracks are doing what?
The tracks are heading actually sort of towards the farm.
They're going back to the farm.
They're
so
going back to the farm.
well, that's the way. That's where we're heading. Okay.
Okay, so you
Yep.
guys are heading specifically towards the farm. I will grab you. Actually, just grab both. Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of interesting things happening very, very soon. Right, copy. And there. There we go.
Sounds totally safe.
Yeah, right. Uko Finn with
Yeah,
a
I don't
$5
have-
donation. Thank you very much for that.
I don't have the player's handbook here. The whole favorite enemy thing. Like we're going to be able to find out what extra about orcs in general. I'm assuming you've got all the books because I don't have any of them here anymore.
Well, yeah, specifically, you will know. Actually, I'll find it real fast.
According to the link someone posted in chat, you have advantage on wisdom survival checks to track your favorite enemies, as well as on any intelligence checks to remember
Right.
stuff about them, and you know their language.
Right. Okay. So if we can hide and listen to some, I'm going to be able to. Yes, I do speak orc. I do that much.
Yeah.
So
And you
I
also
could
know
have
how
rolled
many.
twice. The who's what?
You
I know what?
you can as a survival check. I believe it's a survival check anyway. If you have a favorite enemy in the area, you'll know exactly how many there are.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it would be
Okay.
convenient.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was what.
I can smell them. It's like, okay, that's at Fredwin, and that's
yeah,
it.
even if you walk single file, you can figure it out.
Yeah, you can even. Yeah, you can. No
Yeah.
matter what, if they try to disguise their tracks and everything, you still
Yes.
know. You just
Spent my life
know.
studying these guys, right?
Yeah.
This is okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So let's go ahead and transport you guys over. You guys say you're heading straight for the farm, right?
Well, we're following the tracks. We're
The-
hoping to be
All
able
the
to
tracks
find
that
the
sounded
scouts
like they were
and
heading
bop
towards
them.
the farm.
We're
Yeah,
not
that's exactly
blundering into the farm. We're
Yeah.
carefully trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
So give us.
Okay,
Yeah.
absolutely. So, as you're near the farm, you see a couple of orcs with torches in their hand currently, and they're moving over to another portion of one of the other houses, and trying to set fire to it. It's it takes a process. Seems like it would just go right up in flames if you watch movies, but it actually takes a bit of effort to set things.
It's made out of asbestos.
Yeah,
it's an asbestos farm.
and using the favorite enemy abilities to how many orcs are on this farm? We're seeing 2, but more. I'm looking tracks, smelling
the tracks,
whatever
everything that tells you. When you got near here, you saw the tracks where even the dig marks of where the wagons went going more north.
Okay.
You saw 4. Like you discerned 4
orcs. 4 orcs left. Okay.
And you still see right now, or at least following the tracks into this area, you only see or only discern 2 orcs in here, and you see them outright. They're not trying to hide. They're like, got torches, and they're trying to burn stuff. So that's what's going on.
Okay.
All right, let's take them out.
Surprise?
Actually, you know what? As you guys were approaching, do stealth checks. Everybody do stealth checks. I'll do one for Govanen, which is not going to be hard for him. Oh shit! Never mind.
So I have
He crit
disadvantage
stealth.
for my armor. Can I have a bonus for the fact that I'm trying to stay like at least a move back from them? Or
Crap rolls
where are
today.
you? You said no. Yeah, if you were holding back, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Trying to
I'll
let
give
them
you
be
a plus.
ahead.
I'll give you a +4. Never mind.
Okay.
You got
Apparently it doesn't matter because
Doesn't-
no, it does because I have disadvantage, so it takes the worst one. So yeah.
Oh, right. So
So
you get
plus
+4. So
I
you
get
get
18.
18.
Yeah.
So okay. So
Totally solid.
interestingly enough, everybody
Do I have?
like Govanen all but disappears.
Of course. It's my boy.
But yeah, he
Big brother.
did a crit again, so that was amazing on
Big
his stealth.
brother.
We have Tao's check. Tao is super stealthy as usual. Interestingly enough, I don't know how, but Eric is doing, I don't know, like more
I'm pretty
ball of the
confident
foot.
itself. I'm
learning.
like moving slowly and carefully back there, but
Yeah.
I'm just sort of
You're doing
to
good.
keep up with the extra distance helps.
Apparently, Fen. Yeah.
and for whatever reason, the son, maybe upon seeing orcs and
Got
just
so excited.
just absolutely fuming right now. I'd imagine you're just fuming. You hate them so much, apparently.
Orcs must die.
Yeah. You, I'm just gonna, just for the sake of embarrassment or whatever, I'm just going to say you call him out. You're like, hey, and roll initiative.
Good job. I'm so proud.
Yeah. You're overcome with emotion right now. And you just-
Overcome with emotion.
Yeah.
Oh, I failed.
No,
So we need some
That's
initiative.
bad
Rolling
initiative.
initiatives now.
apparently I was
Yep.
holding back.
Oh,
Yeah.
crap.
Well, you're further behind and
Yeah.
trying to be really careful.
Let's
So
get
remember,
some
you have to
people.
select your
They need to
token
see what's
first?
going on
Yeah.
here. Let's give.
roll? I never see my dice today. Okay.
Where is it there? I'll get rid of that.
That.
That. Oh, there we go.
Oh, it's over there. Okay, 13.
There we go. Okay, so now I also have to drag you guys over to this area. So let's do that. Players.
Two big two-handed sword coin charge. Yeah, that's what I was doing right now.
Grab you from here, and then bring
Not
you
that I have a
over.
sword, but
Drop you here.
uh,
Okay.
yes, Jezagaya, orcs, Brano, not much difference.
And you guys are coming in from the west side.
West side, represent.
All right.
I don't know
Move
what
this
that
over
means.
here for now. And can I just select one, please? Thank you. Okay. So Gavanin is there. Unfortunately, Lasan, you're so overcome. You're right there in the middle.
I dropped. That's what it is. I was pulling my bow to get a surprise shot. I dropped it because I'm just that talented. And my dexterity is only 18. I mean, obviously, I had a problem, but oh well.
Yeah.
It's all good. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Let's see, and then you're there. Okay, very good. That's the setup for you guys. Now I can drop you over,
Oh,
and
look
you
at
should
that.
be able
What
to
are we
see it.
seeing here?
Doot.
We has farm.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Oh, there it
Yay.
is. But I'm not seeing this.
Oh,
now.
no line of sight blockers.
Yeah.
This is so nice.
Yeah, I didn't line a sight block because people don't tend to like that. So I just
Yeah.
I really like it though. I can see everything. I don't know what your problem is.
Yeah, the thing is, like, we can be aware of line of sight here. Like, I know that I can't see that dude who's over there because there's a building in between.
The thing is, it works well when we're just going like down tunnels and stuff, and we can't see like the next room. We can't see the next room, or we can't see too far down the tunnel.
Mhm.
But when we're actually like in a room, it makes less sense. The way the way Roll20 does it, it's trying too hard, and it makes way more sense if we can just see the room.
I like it for uncovering fog of war, but not the continual sort of aspect.
Let's bring this down here.
Oh, I think the turn order window went away because I think we rolled it on the other scene. Also, tokens are.
I have
the
it
grid
still
side
here.
is off.
Well, the window's there, but there's
tokens.
only the 16 thing on it.
Oh, that's
yeah,
weird.
from the orc.
Well, don't worry about it then. I'll let you know. I see it. All my information is still here. It'll be fine.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah, I still have it. Right. So he is caught unawares. You startled him with your yelling at him, Lasan. Why did you do that? Right. So he's only
Just to let you know, the grid size doesn't look like it's right.
Right, because I was putting items down.
Okay.
All right.
For characters.
There's so many things to remember when you do this.
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
That's why we leave you that job.
Yeah. This is better, I think. Yeah, that's better. I'm just gonna go boop like that. Just to get for the aesthetic's sake. You're gonna go there, you're gonna go there, and you're
Okay.
just normal.
Farm is not very big.
No, it's a small farm. Right. So I'm gonna make that go back up. And what do we have? Can everybody see just fine over here? Is it showing up for the stream fine? Looks like. Okay.
Yeah, I'm betting there are fields out there too. These are just,
Yeah.
vegetable crops.
This is
people.
where the buildings are.
There we go. So you guys
They're
are
definitely
now...
all on fire.
Yes. Everything is now set on fire. The fire is a bit bigger than is necessary. You guys went straight here instead of going after the caravan. So it should be a smaller fire right now than it looks. I expected you guys to go for the wagons. Of course you didn't. So anyway, currently right now, listen. Actually, everybody in this area, make a perception roll.
Perception.
Perception.
Okay.
After you're yelling, make a perception roll.
Ooh, I'm rolling good today.
You are.
Now, as soon as combat starts, it's going to be non-stop ones.
You've been working.
I got 12, which is
What
okay.
is this? I'm like the dunce dummy today.
The dunce dummy.
My
the
dice
die
not
rolls are
showing.
not helping.
But seeing the numbers over there, it's like da-da-da.
Yeah, it happens though. It happens to the best of us. So, the Tao specifically, Tao, you hear someone going, "Help!"
From inside one of the buildings?
Yep, it's inside one of the buildings. One of the buildings that is currently on fire.
Which one?
And it's the one that also seems the roof has just collapsed inside too.
Ah.
Yeah.
But which one?
Which
is it?
one?
It's the top. It's the northernmost one. This one here.
The one that has an orc on either side of
The
it.
big one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ah.
All right. So now, commence. I suppose we're gonna fight. Now I'm gonna do a roll off. I suppose. Well, you know what? No, Tao, you go first. I could have the orc go first, but let's face it, you're supposed to be much more damaging,
Agile.
or faster, agile. Yeah.
I
Stuff on my-
think Tao's gonna do what Tao does best and just go in for the murder, death, kill.
Mm-hmm.
And because if we just start running into houses while the orcs are still around, that's not gonna be good for us anyway.
Probably not.
So I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna do a kickflip off the tree, for cuz, and land behind the orc here. And I'm gonna try to skewer the hell out of him with my dual weapons, including the super awesome silent blade, the star motif dagger, which has not worked out well for me so far. I got a magic item, and it's been kind of just failboat nonstop here. So
That's what happens with D20 rolls.
yeah,
Let's see what happens.
I'm going to be ready to like try to explode him in one go. I don't know how many hit points orcs have in this edition.
I don't know, but they're
No idea.
That's what I was saying here.
You're
with
level
that.
1, you're usually fighting things that are CR 1/4. I think orcs might actually be CR 1, so they're like way tougher potentially.
Trying to decide if I should luck this.
I don't know numbers though. I don't remember.
Okay, so 14. Does it hit?
A 14 does just hit.
Good. So that's 7 base damage. I'm going to, I think, just spend 1 power point to unload some sonic energy through the blade into his body and deal an extra. That's not the right button. Sorry.
Yeah, that seems wrong.
Oh, only an extra
Oh.
2 seconds. So 9 points of damage.
9 points of
That's
damage.
probably
He
not enough
is
for
still
total.
standing.
Okay. Then I'll use my bonus action to attack with my offhand, just focused kukri.
Okay.
13.
Yes.
Trying to mathematically
13.
determine its armor class.
He almost gets away from that one.
Okay.
But
And
doesn't.
again, I will burn more power points. It's only a 2. Is he bloodied? Like, how hurt does he look?
The first strike that you did tended to put a nasty gash in his shoulder.
All right, I'll dump my full strength lethal strike on the second attack here. It's a bit of commitment now. So that's an extra 15 points of damage. 2 from the blade, 13 psionic.
Right. Okay, and from the psionic damage itself. Right. So the dagger goes in. I mean, you stab one dagger. You got 2 daggers, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So one.
I mean,
dagger...
technically, one's a dagger and one's a kukri, but yes.
Okay, so one dagger goes into the shoulder, right in here. His arm falls limp. As he's trying to swing up with the other one, you catch him right underneath here with your other dagger, and with the extra psionic damage, he almost gets eviscerated, just from his whole ribcage area, and he just sprawls out dead. He is done.
Spaghettification.
Yeah, he is absolutely.
Eviscerate would do bonus damage
Finished.
because this is a combo attack because it's my second action of the
That's
round.
true.
So
Yeah.
He does not feel good. Actually, I
All
guess
right.
he feels nothing. Anyway, right, good
Not
job.
anymore.
That's done. And
Half my power points for the day, though. That was a big commitment.
big commitment
Oh.
indeed. You well, that's done. Also, I didn't roll for Govanen. Govanen actually gets to go. Was supposed to go, in fact, before you. I rolled after the fact, but that's okay.
Yeah, because
What is
Govanen just rolls a d4 and adds 16 instead of rolling a d20.
6, 7, 8, 9. Can he move that far? No, he cannot. Because that's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. He can only go there.
But he can come out into in between the houses here, like straight down in front of me and over.
Oh, you're right.
I was
You
gonna
know
say-
what? You're right. Yeah, no, that would be smarter. In fact, he's going to go here.
There.
If
and
he
have
had gone first, I could have maybe saved some power points.
This
As
is
long as he can shoot someone, that's okay.
yeah, no, and he will, in fact. He's going to take a couple of shots at the far orc on the other side. The orc there, I mean, from this vantage point, no, you know what? He doesn't have cover. That's fine. Let's go. Let's see what he can do. That's a miss. Right, one arrow. Yeah, I know, right? He misses. One arrow just like streams
I'm
off.
very disappointed.
I know, goes
Me
right
too.
past the orc's head and plunders itself into the tree. But interestingly enough, and Lasan, you see this, he holds, instead of like arrows like in his quiver, when he grabs arrows, he grabs 2 at a time.
Yeah, I'm coming up to that someday. One more level, guys. One more level. Woo-hoo.
And he misses again.
Oh,
2
no.
arrows go streaming. This orc is now
He spent all his luck trying to show up Lisan on all the skill checks.
maybe, and it was all done. So he fires off 2 shots and misses both shots. Right. That wasn't supposed to
It's
happen.
a family trait, apparently, today. We're just doing that well.
Well, now the orc gets to go.
Orc's
and
on
what
a
is it?
4. I'm also on a 4, right?
Well, no, there's. Oh, right. Which one orc did? Oh, the one that was the big one died. Never mind. So let's trash him. Sorry.
Okay.
So that's Lasan's turn.
Okay, well, then I'm going to attempt half of what my brother did and hope I did it better. Do it better. Can I reach?
Half of 0 would be
I can
pretty
stand here
hard.
behind
Because of
him.
divide by 0
Yeah,
error,
yeah, you
we're
can
all
stand
gonna go
beside him.
down.
Okay, I
not
mean,
in the
I
same
can't
square.
do
Don't
2
stand in a square.
shots, but
You can pass
can
through
try
somebody.
for
Never mind.
There
What?
you go.
28.
Nice.
Only
Okay.
5 damage.
Extra 2
Critical
damage.
hit.
So you had
Bonus
min
damage.
damage.
Oh, it crits.
Yeah, you critted, but you had min damage, which sucks. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, that's 7 on your arrow. And it is still standing. He takes the plunker on that one. The first arrow, he's like, it whizzes by him, and you can see maybe the orc starts to pray to Grumsh as the next arrow goes by him. And
I
then,
only shot 1.
I know.
Oh, the first
The
two,
first
yes.
two.
Okay.
And then yours is, lands squarely right in his hip-ish kind of region. It's stuck in. It's stuck in pretty deep. Which is to say he's bloodied, as you can tell. Because you can tell bloodied from the orcs. You know orcs well enough.
I know orcs.
Yeah. You have done a discerning amount of damage there. All right, so Lasan, that's your turn. And then Eric. Eric, you get to go. Actually, what is your dex, Eric? That's how we'll solve this. What is your
My
dex?
dex is at +1. It's dex 12.
Oh, his dex is a
So
+1 as well. Let's just have a roll off then. Just roll your d20.
Just d20 or just roll initiative?
Never mind, I rolled a 1. Go.
Okay. Pretty much the same thing. Just roll initiative since we have the same bonus, but okay. All right, so I'm grabbing a big chunk of firewood here.
Like wood that's on fire?
No, it's
Yeah.
ironically not on fire because it might be harder to pull out from the building right now.
You would take damage from it.
Initially, I just passed by this pile of firewood and I grabbed one and was going by. So, are there any windows on this side of the house that's burning, like the north one? Because there was someone calling out from there, right?
On the no, there is a window, but you really can't see through it as the roof
that's
has collapsed
fine.
inside.
So I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15. I'm going to just throw the chunk of firewood at the orc sort of in passing, and then I'm going to continue on and just shield first, like smash through and like dive through the window pretty much.
Nice.
Wow, okay. Very good.
So
heroicness happening right now.
You can save whoever's in there.
No
while
hero,
you're
just
fumbling
throwing
through.
stuff. So so I do have a my cantrip. So when if I'm going to throw something, I might as well throw it properly. And they don't give you enough room for buttons on the bar here. I want more bars. Always the problem. But yeah. Oops, no, that's not how you do it. What part of this is the? God damn it! I've got the spell here. Okay, there we go. Cast spell. So the roll is not so good. So I hit AC 16 I hit him for 6 necromantic damage with a big chunk of firewood.
Oh man, yeah, it's interesting as that that block of wood comes sailing towards him. He seems to almost want to try to grab it out of midair, but he misses and it hits him in the forehead. He's a little bit
his hit points.
He's a little bit. He's really messed up right now. He's super dazed, and in fact, he's also super angry.
But I get to keep going because that's 50 I move. So then I keep going and I smash through the window. I don't know if I need an athletics check or what.
Yeah, the window is still intact. There was no blowout with the window. The window is still there.
Yep. No, I assumed I have a shield for that though. That if I just sort of bowl through it with the shield, that works pretty well. Hey, super athletic. At 25.
Oh, nice.
I call that a win.
Yeah. No, in fact, with that much of an athletics check, and you say you got a shield anyway, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to say you take no damage.
First for going through a window. I'm not an idiot.
You're not going to take any damage from busting through that window.
Sweet. So I come through into the house. I still have a little movement left. What do I see going on in here?
There is a guy pinned, not the big beam of wood. You could just call this luck, if you will. This big beam of wood that supported the roof has collapsed right in the middle, and it's pinning him down, but not murdering him. He is actually unconscious.
He got caught under it, but he's not right under the point where it hit the ground.
He is unconscious though.
Yeah, well, I can try and get him out of my next turn. I've already done an action and somewhere between 1 and 2 things that you can do free during a move action.
Yep.
So that's about it. But
okay.
I'm in a burning house.
Hat says, "Ooh yeah, Kool-Aid Man."
Oh yeah. That's such a scary individual as a kid. I'm telling you, man. All right.
Eric is less enthusiastic.
So now you've busted through the wall wearing your red shirt. Let's see what happens now. There is the orc still there. He gets to go, in fact.
He gets to go. That's what's next.
That's awesome. Orc that gets to go. What? Is it my birthday? All right, so what we're going to do is, what's he going to do, in fact? This is interesting. What is he going to do? So he's not going to follow you into the burning building, because that's just stupid.
Who would run into a burning building?
I understand.
Seriously.
He didn't run in. He tumbled through the
jumped
wall in. It's different.
He is angry. So who hit him? Right? The elves, and he hates elves, of course. The elves hit him, and he hates elves. Also, by the way, you would also know that orcs, and they have a religion. Grumsh is who they serve. Grumsh also hates elves, and so killing elves.
Something about losing an eye.
Yeah, if they kill elves, if they do it in the name of Grumsh, they can at that moment sacrifice an eye and become super strong, right? So there is that.
According to their religion,
Kill an elf,
that
take out
doesn't
your
mean it
own
actually
eye.
works.
Yeah. Well, and in fact, it does. It actually works.
Okay.
But anyway, he's coming forth, and he's going to take a swing at the one who hit him, which is indeed
Little me.
this song. Let's see what I can do. What does he have? In fact, let me check a look at this.
I guess under the circumstances, I can't get an opportunity attack. So I just smash through a window and stuff. And
Where's mine?
because he probably does have to pass out of my threatened area, but I mean, there's a building in the way and stuff.
Oh, come on.
Understandable.
I don't have. Where's my D12? I had a D12 up here. I swear. Oh, there it is. Found it. Okay. So there's that, and okay. Okay, he is definitely gonna hit.
Okay, I see.
And he is going to do. Where's his Yeah, okay, so he is going to do 7 points of damage.
Okay, I can live with that.
Yeah, he
Go
tried.
Oh yeah, never mind. For a second there, I was in the 3.5 ad, and I was like, don't I get an attack for opportunity here? But no.
No. You take 7 points of damage, and it is now, well, it seems like it's Govanen's turn.
So we don't have flanking in this either? In 5th ed? No? Okay.
No. So Govanen is going to take a step back.
Go, Venom, go.
And he is going to attack
Go,
the one
Venom, go.
that attacked his sister just now. Come on. And this one will hit. In fact, it is also max damage. So he is going to take...
That's my big bro.
what is his dex again? His dex is... Yeah, so he's got the plus 4.
We should take this guy alive, by the way.
Do you say that? Because you need
Yeah.
to say that before he fires the arrow.
Yeah.
Okay. Take the guy alive. Right. Okay, so you quickly see the aim. Actually, no way. He gets a -4 to that. So what is that going to be?
Does he?
Well, yeah, because he's doing subdual damage.
No, this is not 3rd ed.
Oh, right. Sorry. I'm getting mixed up.
Yeah. You just decide whether, basically, when you drop an enemy, you decide whether they're unconscious or dead.
Right. Okay.
Oh.
So no, he's going to still hit. So he quickly goes from head, neck, heart shot to an arrow in the knee. Arrow goes in the knee. Orc goes down, and a massive scream of pain as that arrow, actually, this is close range, that arrow goes all the way through.
Good.
Orc is down.
No knee. No need.
Yeah,
orc.
no, he's not gonna be walking anytime soon, that's for sure.
Good.
And that is the end of combat.
I kick away his axe and everything while he's writhing in pain.
Yeah, he's in so much pain though. He's actually going to go unconscious. That's way too much because I rolled max damage. He just took 12. Yeah, he took 12 points of damage. He had 2 hit points left. He took 12 points of damage to his knee. So he's going to be out
Wow,
for a
that-
while.
No
Okay.
need.
Yeah, he is probably just losing his leg
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
from the knee.
It may or may not be attached, but it's not going to work.
Yeah. It'll have to be removed.
Yeah. He's
Oh,
going to be out.
So that poor orc. Oh, I think Lasan and I don't really care that much.
Yeah, no.
Combat, but it's not the end of people being on fire.
No, that was the end of combat. So somebody is still inside of this building here that Eric so heroically jumped through the window to
I
save.
wasted my good athletics check on the move that was probably going to succeed anyway. So now
I rolled max on the being out, so he's going to be out for 4 hours, mind you, just so you know.
okay. So now I got to probably make an athletics check to try and haul this guy out from under the beam.
Okay. Athletics check. Yes. It is. What did I wrote this down. It's in my paper.
Nice.
Right, because this is a
I'm good at this
massive
skill.
beam.
God.
Right. The notes that I have on this, the size of this beam, the athletics check. What is your strength? I can just tell you outright.
Well, I got an 18. My strength is like 18.
Yeah, no, you're gonna need an assistant. You're gonna need help.
Aw.
So you're gonna have to call for
somebody
to get
got
you
to come in and help assist me. I already rolled an 18.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's
For everybody who assists, he will get a +4. Because it's just,
Okay.
you're gonna have to get on one
Could
side of
use
the beam.
little help in here.
All right.
Oh, also, by the way,
You
you're in
roll
the
or
fire.
just
Take
do it?
1d4 damage.
24.
Did you
Okay.
see that? You roll over to 3.
Oh,
Well, I don't
it
think the
doesn't
rest of
matter.
us
No,
need
you're
to
still
roll.
assisting though.
Oh,
have
good.
to get in there though. You have to go inside the fire. So go.
All right.
Inside.
I'll
Everybody
go in.
inside.
And take my D4.
You take your d4 damage.
Oh, 1, 2, 3.
And in fact, you also
Max. Wait.
you have extra help as well. So Govanen is also jumping into the fire.
Okay.
And we have a lot of healing to do. Okay, that's
Um,
right.
What do I call? What do you just call him asleep or something like that? What is that? Is there a Z? Zed? Maybe asleep? Whatever.
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
gonna
I
call
don't know
him.
what context you're talking about.
I'm just talking about the orc that's not actually dead. All right. So
Oh, yeah.
everybody takes
Oh.
a d4. In fact, so does Govanen. He takes 4 damage. It's okay though. He's a bucket of hit points. And he's gonna roll as well. Okay, so he adds a +4. So what do we have total right now? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 people. No, 3 people helping out with +4. And your initial roll was
18.
18. So that is going to be 22,
That's
26.
30.
That's 30. Okay, it's going to take another round.
Wow.
Yeah. So everybody take a d4 damage again.
Ah.
Okay, Govanen
Okay,
only took 1.
I'm getting a little. I may have to spend my next shot here healing myself. I'm getting a little wonky around the edges.
What is your we're going to add this one to it. What is it?
Okay, athletics check. Ah, it's almost a 20.
It's
Got
okay.
14.
You guys are getting closer. I tell you, Govanen being here is really helping, because one of you were probably going to have to get out of this fire. So that's going to be.
I either get out or I use
14
my
plus 12 would be 26.
Because it loses 4. So that would be 32, 20, 28. You barely don't make it. There's going to be one more round. One more
Oh,
round.
the sun, get out.
This is
Yeah.
a major piece of wood. It's holding up a ceiling, right? So it's really heavy, and it's on fire.
I have to step out through the hole he made, and I'm gonna have to heal myself this turn. Sorry,
So
guys.
like I'm just like I'm down sort of like kneeling like under the beam trying to like power lift it.
Yeah,
up,
I mean, you
just
guys
so,
have
so
it
people can haul
sort
out
of
this guy.
moving. You have it moving.
My
This is why it's
shoulders,
easier.
my whole body there is like.
We do squats every day.
All right, so everybody took another d4.
Yeah.
Yep. Stupid legs. I'm supposed to work.
You only took 1 again. That's great.
Okay, this time I got a 26 on the check.
Oh, you-
It looks
actually,
like that
you
made.
critted.
Looks like I rolled a
That
20.
was a crit. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that was a crit check. Nice.
Could have used
All
that
right.
earlier.
So right? So here's what Eric does. Eric's like, this is burning, and he sees everybody getting burned, and he's like, I don't know. He summons some extra
like-
amount of energy as the sun has
Legs
to
supposed
bolt.
to work.
And he doesn't just get it up, right? He sort of like
rebuilt
presses
the
it
ceiling.
above his head. This
Yeah.
massive man of
You're
wall.
supposed to get the knees locked, right?
Yep.
Now I can hold it up for like a minute.
I
Yeah.
mean, we only needed like that much extra space so we could drag whoever it was.
Yeah, I
out of
know,
here.
Yeah, I
right?
know.
That's just showing off.
Now
We're
he's
like,
just
okay,
showing off.
over there.
Right, so Govanen, okay, everybody can now exit. Govanen,
Yeah.
I think Govanen, who has the higher strength? I will just say we'll grab him just
Probably.
instinctively.
'Cause I've got a 10.
Other than me,
I
because
think
I'm
Govanen
busy.
might have it. Yeah, he's got a 12.
Lasan, what's your strength, actually? Yours is better than mine, isn't it?
He's got a 12
Mine's-
strength. It's fine.
I've got a 15. I can
I
haul
was
him
going to
out.
say, you have huge, crazy OP stats, so...
You do.
I know.
But you're still you're out of the fire now. You're a little bit further away.
Oh, that's right. She'd already moved out.
Yeah.
Moved out.
I had
So-
to heal.
Govanen is going to grab the unconscious individual, the unconscious human, by the back of his burning. Actually, he's on fire a little bit now. Shirt, and he's dragging him out. He's not strong enough to just like uplift him and go. So he's just going to drag him as fast as he can outside the building.
Okay, get him out here.
So I like
Get him-
stumble out. I'm coughing from the smoke.
Right?
But once everyone's out, I gotta try and just like get out of the way of this thing and like drop it safely, and then sort of dive out the window because moving this again is probably not good for the structure.
Yeah, no, and in fact, yeah, no, because when you lift it up, especially up as high as you did, it breaks the far wall, and as that wall starts to tip out and crumble, the entire weight from that was this way, it does this weird flop, and it changes the weight on you so fast that you have no choice but to drop it. And the entire rest of the building just starts to crumble inside as you just get
dive for that same window.
It's nothing short of what looks like an explosion just happened behind you as you leave. You leap in and you leap out, and it's just amazing. You don't look at the fire because you're too cool for that. All right.
Yeah.
And so the person is alive. They survived because you only had 4 rounds to do it, and you did it in 3. They are alive.
Yeah.
And there is an unconscious orc on the outside here, and we are going to have a break. I'm going to have some more drink. That was very well done, guys. We will be back in just a moment.
Need a bit of breather.
This is the most damage and most heroic thing, really, we've done so far. This burning building thing.
Possibly the only heroic thing we've done so far.
Speak for yourselves. I haven't pulled off a lot this morning except miss, and I'll just take a nap over here. God.
Let's get Govanen out of the fire before we go. There we go.
Good idea.
Just leave him in the fire for the next few minutes. All right, so it should be about 5-10 minutes, everybody. We'll be back.
Hit points.
Soon. Greetings, you people! We are returning to you now, and yeah, let's get back to it. We're gonna jumpstart right now and getting everybody back unmuted. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Faces.
Ava, you got to remember he mutes us while we're on break, so you're not on stream, so he didn't hear any of that.
Oh,
Yeah, what?
oh.
Exactly.
Oh, I could hear you guys, so I didn't. I thought he was.
Yeah, the rest of us are
too.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I let you guys talk about me behind my back. It's fine. It's
It's good. It worked out well. But hello, Bells. You're back.
All right. So now we have refills on all of our beverages and such. It is.
I'm eating an apple so I can look like more of an asshole.
Apple. Right.
Coffee.
Coffee for me too. All right. So you guys, massively heroic as you are, have just drug the barely alive body of a human out from under the massive support beam of the nearby crumbling and on fire building. Now, you also have on in your possession, if you will, I don't know if possession's a good word, but in your possession, you also have a very unconscious and gravely wounded orc.
How's the human that we saved? Should I be healing somebody?
Right. Well, Govanen, after he drug the body out, he quickly patted down the body, and made the flames that were sort of like taking hold to him. He patted that out, and he's gonna live. He might have a little bit of scarring from not major burns, but some amount of burning in different parts of his body. And he is currently unconscious as well, and he's only going to be unconscious.
I know.
Actually,
you're so pretty.
You could spend a healing potion on him if you want. He's going to be unconscious for an hour, unless, of course, you give him something.
Okay, we'll heal this guy. You guys want some bandaging and stuff done?
I have a Bobo.
You have a Bobo?
It's a Bobo.
Everybody's a little bit singed around the edges, apparently.
Like my eyebrows are like, oh my god, they're all gone.
Bella, why are you so cute?
So, there's an 8 for who's next to me. Okay, Eric, that one's for you, I guess.
Okay,
right
that's
there.
good. That gives me the 4.
And then trot over and do get Tao.
Don't forget your brother. He probably got singed as well.
Yeah, he's doing okay, but yeah, he could use a little bit of healing.
Everyone took some D4s.
And the farmer we just saved gets a little bit more. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, Bella.
So
don't cry for the people. We're saving them. It's fine.
How much healing did Govanen get?
11.
11 healing? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Bella's actually on the orc side. She's crying that we hurt them and
he's gonna be back.
that the people survived.
Oh, I got to do myself again too because I'm still kind of wonky bits here.
You took the most overall damage, I think. You also took a blow from the orc.
I was down to a couple of points. That's why I stepped out and healed. I was in trouble. No, I can't use that one again, but I can use this one right now.
I got a question though. You're a hunter. Are you going to get a pet? And if that pet is even going to be remotely close to a wolf, we need to get Bells a D20 that she can kick around on the floor to roll.
Just a giant plush one. Oh, she just chewed that up though. That would be no good.
Yeah, plush one she would probably chew up. Unless you get one of the ones that they call the no. You can't destroy them. They're like nylon something.
Indestructible.
The indestructible D20. That would be amazing.
It's like made of Kevlar.
Oh, roar! You're very excited about all that. Here, how about you?
Okay, so after, what do you guys want to do first? Are you going to give a potion, or are you going to heal? Sorry, not a potion.
I've used a combo of cure wounds and the healer feat. They're fine.
Okay, okay. So
there's
he comes to. As he comes to, he starts to cough something deplorable. I mean, he is coughing and coughing and coughing, and just when you think he cannot cough anymore because he has no air left, he just makes a massive gasp of air and then coughs and coughs and coughs. For the next 10 minutes, he's not even going to be able to talk. So you could probably spend your time, if I make a suggestion, maybe on the orc. You can go over there and you can punch him, you can kick him, and do other such things. But he's not talking either.
Well, you said he's going to be unconscious for 4 hours?
Yeah. You guys are going to have to drag this boy around. You realize that,
unless we heal him?
Well, you could.
Can we
I don't know how you feel
tie him
about
up?
that.
Can we tie him up and leave him and follow the wagons? Or ask this
Yeah.
farmer, is there anybody
Tie
else
him up
here?
to a burning building. See how that
Where's
works.
the family? Should
Huh?
we be looking for other people in these houses?
Do you have Kit?
Probably should.
Because if so, we didn't save Cat.
We didn't save Cat. Right.
Do you have guinea pigs we should be getting?
Sorry.
Okay, so he is coughing, so he can't really answer too much, but he just shakes his head. He's
No,
shaking his
okay.
he's like, no, he doesn't have any. And in fact,
Hey,
he
good.
starts.
I'd feel bad if left Cat in fire.
He starts pointing. He's pointing back in the direction that you guys entered the building, or not the building, the area, and he's pointing back in that direction, and he's saying, they're not saying anything, but you
Orcs
kind of,
kidnapped your family and took them in that direction in carts.
and he continues coughing, and he's shaking his head. He's giving a nod. He's giving you the affirmative. To
That
that
was a
question.
wild guess.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Now, I assume there's not like a ready source of water around here that we could quickly put the fire out. I mean, hauling one bucket at a time out of a well isn't going to be particularly constructive here.
No.
Not
and
a
then-
timer.
Yeah. In fact, there's some irrigation that you can notice some irrigation that happens in and around the area, but there's no actual well nearby. It's a little bit further out where they had to dig the well is not as convenient for putting out fires as it is for crops. So
All right. Does
What a shame.
yeah. Does it look at like any building is slightly less on fire? Like you could just do some kind of structural damage that would
yeah,
stop it
in
from all
fact-
burning down? Or,
yeah, this
I don't
one
know.
here. This one here is the least
Yeah.
burnt one at the moment. This is the
It's just
one,
like
the
a
last one where they were trying to set fire to.
Just like a shed or something, or is it even anything useful?
Inside, yeah, no, inside there's some tools, like a scythe.
There's not a,
and other
there's
such
not a
things.
well, buckets, like there's nothing. Nothing. We
Not
can
the
help
well.
with this out?
There is a well. You can see it from here, but it's
Yeah.
it's not close by.
But is there okay? So can I find like a canvas or a blanket or something that's not on fire? Because if that thing's only slightly on fire, maybe I could get up there and smother
try
it
to put it
somewhere.
We'll
out.
throw Eric at it.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I just remembered something. You guys went straight here. You didn't go for the caravan immediately.
Yeah.
So, honestly, what I can do, let's see, what can I do here? What we're gonna do is we're gonna bring down the sizes of a lot of these fires.
Well, you said we had gotten here before it actually got going, so
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
having a hard time setting them.
Yeah, they was
so
having a hard
we'd
time.
be
Yeah.
doing something to try to put this out before we search the bodies of
In fact-
these orcs.
I did say this one that you were next to. That one's not on fire yet.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, lovely. Good.
No.
We changed time.
You
Yeah,
did. You
I
went
did.
back in time.
I'll try to put this out. It looks small and little.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you want, you can also just pick up the earth that's in and around too, and you just like try to throw dirt at it.
Something. Yeah, we
yeah.
gotta try. Maybe
Just-
something.
Make
So a canvas or a
what you
blanket
can
with
make.
a larger surface area would be ideal for me. Just get up on top of one and start like putting it out. Or
Yeah, I dare say
wherever
this
the
one's
fire
go-
is.
this one's gonna be the easiest DC. This one here, and
Yeah.
this one's gonna be the second easiest. This one down here is gonna be a bit harder. It might take all three of you to kind of sort of put it out.
Okay.
Okay, well,
If
Gotta
you
try.
group your efforts together, it'll be an easier DC. But just make I don't even what'd you do like
What do we
I was
roll?
gonna say we should probably the one building that the roof's already collapsed and stuff. We'll probably write that off as a lost cause.
Yeah, that was dumb.
No,
That was the
I think
first
just
one
the
they
two
said.
easiest ones makes the most sense. I think.
You want us to do what? Just like athletics or something like that?
I'm guessing athletics. Athletics, just because you are moving dirt faster or whatever,
Yeah.
and you're ripping away. You're like trying to grab pieces of the wall that's
Right.
Ooh,
or you're
I'm gonna help.
with a. There you go. It's not going to be a terribly hard DC.
I got a
so
19.
I'm going to give you the pluses. That would be, yeah, with a 19, that's easy. Okay, so this fire is put out.
Yay!
Which one are you doing? This one here, the easiest one first, right?
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
I was doing this one.
Oh, you're doing that one by yourself.
This
Okay.
building looks bigger.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna take that. Between Tao and are you doing?
Yeah, we'll work together on this one.
Okay. So Lasan, unfortunately, yours is still on fire, and this one is the one that's actually got put out.
All right. Well, I'll try again. You mean you keep smacking, right?
Yep. You guys can move over there to help her if you want.
Another athletics.
They should give the
More.
farmers money to rebuild.
Bigger. A little bit more.
Yeah, the
Little bit
heroics
more.
don't stand that far. man.
I'll go here, and then maybe Eric can take the other one.
Yeah, I can try.
Right. No.
Doesn't look
See,
good, though.
Lasan is still gonna need help with that one.
Yeah, I help her.
Okay. Plus. Okay, that one's out.
Okay, and this
Yay.
one.
Whoa!
Whoa. Never mind.
And
What
we
did you
start running.
do? You know what I say?
He
Eric, what
huffed
did you do?
and puffed and blew the fire out.
You know what? I'd say what happened was
Well,
the building
is it-
itself wasn't on
yeah.
fire exactly. It was some of the tinder that they threw, firewood and stuff that they threw next to it to get it set on
Just a
fire.
little bit of the thatch roof, so you just rip it
Yeah.
off.
And
Yeah,
you
just like
moved it
tore
away.
off a section of the roof.
Yeah, just tore it off and threw it away. So that one's put out. Excellent. Good job.
Okay.
And this one just rages on. Unfortunately, that one just
Yeah, we
the thing
move
is-
stuff away from it so that it doesn't spread.
yeah. Billowing
Yeah,
smoke.
Controlled burn.
Anyway,
Buckets,
that's
whatever.
pretty good. We should probably move on. But since I noticed this place is full of tools, I'm just gonna grab like I don't know, a pitchfork and just like go and boil this, and then we'll go look for the orcs.
Excellent. Yeah, and that is a gardener tool, not exactly a weapon, I dare say. It's going to be unwieldy to anybody else who wanted to use it, so that works.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to the objects and tokens. And so you guys are going to follow the tracks of where the wagons, I
Hey.
should say.
We search
And
the
orcs left.
orcs,
Mhm.
tie the one guy up. I don't want to have to carry him. Can we just tie him up and leave him here
You
with
could.
the farmer?
Yeah.
You could.
And we'll come back
And you
afterward.
can come back after, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Not worth hauling him.
No, that sounded like a great
I'll
plan.
carry him.
I mean, it would be interesting. You just
Unless
arrive
Eric's
to the other
using for a
orcs and you're
weapon.
carrying one of their own with like a leg barely hanging on, and you're like, flump. All right, let's get this over with. Intimidation check.
You missing one of these?
I would give you an intimidation check if you decided to do that.
Yeah, not worth it.
You know what? Because I'm being an ass. Because
Eric,
let's face it, orcs have advantages to to intimidation. Anyway, I thought
Eric
you would go
grabs
for
a
it.
pitchfork and poses with Lisanne for some future portraits.
Okay, so you guys are taking off, and the guy in tow, he's not going to
Green
be
Acres is the place to be.
Green Acres is the place to be. Okay, read my brain into gear. I know what I have to do.
Farm living is the life for me.
We're gonna give you there
Ah,
as well.
Now we need a pig.
God, I can remember the words from when I was a little kid.
Okay,
Land spreading out so far.
forget Manhattan. Just give me that countryside.
Here we go. You
Yeah.
got it, you got it.
Finish it off. So what do? We have you guys leaving town. You're gonna follow the tracks. What's his face is still coughing. He's gonna be for the next few minutes. So in terms, if you're bringing him along, catching up with the other guys, you got okay. First of all, it's easier to catch them because they have carts. Secondly, you're gonna be going slower because he can't walk that fast.
I was
Well,
why are we
I don't know
bringing
why
him?
we're bringing coughing guys.
We're not
His
bringing
farm.
him. We're
Yeah,
not bringing him.
We got the
Oh.
idea. Like,
And we're leaving him with the farmer to watch.
yeah. It's,
Okay,
We're not
understood.
bringing
All
him.
right, that makes a lot
No.
more sense.
No.
So he'll
Don't-
watch the orc.
Yeah. Don't hurt the orc guy. We'll take care of him later, but need to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay, and he
We don't want
nods
this to
in
happen to
agreement.
any more farms,
Yeah.
so
I
it's
just
important that we
I'm just
talk to him.
suggesting he should. I don't want him to like revenge kill the orc that's tied up because that's like pointless.
No, he totally accepts your demands not to kill him. And
Hey, we saved his life.
There's
and
a
his
good chance
farm.
like he's a farmer, not a killer. There's a good chance that it's not really in him anyway, but you never know with people.
yeah. In fact, you can do a deception check if you want.
Deception? I'm not trying to deceive anyone.
No, sorry. Insight check
Insight. Yeah.
on him specifically. You're talking to him, telling him not to.
Sure.
And he agreed. Is he actually being truthful?
I got a good idea. 15?
Yeah. He seems to be. He seems to be truthful.
Okay, good enough for me.
Okay. Okay. So now, as you guys, you leave. Okay, and we're gonna transport you over to here. I think. As you catch up with the other bad guys. The other bad guys. That sounds like a TARDIS.
No, it doesn't.
No, it's the wavy line like scene change, flashback,
Yeah,
flash
know,
forward.
TARDIS
I
is
thought
pretty hard to imitate verbally. Like my inclination is to try, but it's not a good idea.
Everybody make Stealth check.
Parnasica, I did say I think 2 or 3 times that we were searching the orcs. I'm assuming we either found nothing or he'll give it to us later.
Yeah. In
This,
terms of
this
like-
actually happens a lot.
we did
There's hard to
lose the
kinda
orcs
hear each other
briefly.
in
Yeah.
roll 20. There's been lots of times when we say we loot all the things and then nothing happens.
Yeah, I know, yeah. We
Well,
we
yeah.
catch up. We'll sort it
You
out.
loot all the things, but yeah. In terms of gear that you can get from these
wait,
guys, anything
Simon.
respectable, they have no money on them. First
No,
of
just
all.
clues.
Oh, just clues.
Just clues.
Yeah,
just
no. These,
Information. We're looking for information.
they
that's
look
all.
like ice shield orcs. That's
Okay. That's
and they
that's
have
what I
they have great axes.
Do the ice shield
That's-
orcs have any particular like they have a symbol like, of an ice shield, or do they have like any just special
They have-
marks? Do
yeah.
they tattoo their faces like pale blue or
They
something?
do have war markings, war paint.
Yeah.
In between these two, they seem to have matching war paint to some degree, very crudely put on, but yeah.
They just paint half of their face blue and then they put like a big letter on their chest. We look like we got the E and the I out of Ice Shield, so we just have to collect the rest of the set.
Well, yeah, and honestly, the last orc that you dispatched too, like Govanen, when he shot him right through the knee, he exclaimed "freedom," and that was it.
Freedom
it
is
is
the
worth
orc.
going forward that the whole knocking someone unconscious thing is apparently only something you can do with a melee weapon.
Yeah,
You can't range knock people out.
I will
Okay.
say though,
Unless
with a
you get
12,
the boxing glove arrow.
with a max
Yeah.
damage in the knee, I say that knocks you out. Imagine the pain from that. You would be knocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
okay,
yeah, moving
that's
forward,
good. That's a good
melee
note, though. Also, a good note. Freedom is orcish for ow my knee.
I used to be a villager like you. All right. So you guys roll stealth checks. We need stealth checks. Oh, and you can take the great axes if you want. The great axes are not, any.
Now, how great are these axes?
They're just-
really?
Pitchfork
They're
is
just-
fine.
They're big axes, okay?
a big ass axe.
Yeah, big ass axe, if you will.
Oh, am I
Oh,
a little
nice.
stealthy? It's about freaking time.
Demonac with the stealth check. Are you still hanging back?
Oh yeah, that's a
He's
disadvantage.
standing back. He's
So yeah, I'm
standing
still hanging back, but I have to roll and see if I get worse.
And you did.
No,
get right. Okay.
Yeah, so 11, even if I have a +4.
Yeah, no. That's not gonna work. Oh, I need to roll. In fact, you guys can go ahead and start rolling initiative.
Yeah.
What? Oh, right. The stealth check.
Yeah.
I can't see my character. So oh, never mind.
18, so he's good.
Yeah, we're over there somewhere.
Right
This is another
now-
small map. Yay.
Woo, big one.
Right now,
Man, not
you have a
fast.
spell too. Take a look at you.
I did roll amazing on almost every athletics
what?
check, so
No,
at least I'm doing my thing.
we're smarter than this. No, here's the thing. Go
It's a
Vanden.
good thing I have advantage on my initiative check, so I can roll 3 twice in a row.
Go Vanden is smarter than this. In the distance ahead of you, as you are nearing, and you know you're nearing because two of you are have favored orc as your enemy.
Yeah.
As you're nearing, Go
Oh, yeah,
Vanden
Govanen,
casts
right.
silence ahead.
That would be much smarter.
So yeah, no, he does that.
Yes.
He's a wizard.
Yeah. So he casts silence ahead. So you guys can set up any which way you want. The orcs seem to be taking a resting period. There are two. Can you see? You can see all this, right?
I can see 6 of them.
Yeah, there's 6.
Okay, yeah. So they're taking a resting period. The two
That's good.
on
6
the
is the
far
number I
side
said we could take.
seem to be urinating. So Lasan, you can look away if you want. In the carts, one of the exposed carts, there is like foodstuffs and everything. There is a covered cart, and you can discern. What's your passive there? Your passive perception is 14. Okay, yeah. So you
13 and 14.
you can easily hear. Lasan can not easily hear actually. Lasan barely hears. Muffled. Just coming in from the covered cart.
Okay, so they've got prisoners.
Does their muffled sound similar to what's his face's family resemblance?
Clearly.
Closer.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah, it does. It sounds maybe not related though. Like they're not blood
okay.
related. Interestingly enough, but they seem to kind of go
I like the
together.
amount of information we
Like,
can discern from this.
If
Yeah.
you were to take the
Sound like
and the
farmers.
take those and put those
His-
together, you might have babies.
Right. His coughing accent is different than her like garbled accent.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but like you have I don't know what kind of baby would that be? That would be a Never mind. All babies are loud. So basically, you would have a wah. All right.
Okay, can we hear the orcs talking? I can understand their language.
I don't know if we're in a silent spell. We probably can't hear very well, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
All right.
And yeah, you can't hear in them. But interestingly enough, they can't hear you either. So
Is this a cover of some sort? This little
yes, that's about
thing?
that's closer to a 10-foot tall cliff there.
Am I on top of it?
These
or
Roll20
behind it?
maps, everything is a
under it.
vertical terrain feature. You can look at it in two different ways. I was looking at that cliff as it was going down, but now I can see it's supposed to be
too.
like
It flips your mind around, yeah.
So
Maybe I should draw arrows and telling you which
We're
way
on
it
the
is.
low part,
Yeah, you're at the low part right now. You
I
can
have a
use that for
wall in
cover
front
right
of
now
me
if you
then.
wanted.
so I can't actually
Yeah.
see anything. I'd have to come here to peer
Well,
around.
I don't think it's very high.
Well,
I'm
not
getting
10
the
feet
sense it's
tall.
not very high.
Yeah, it's only about 10 feet high.
I can't see over 10 feet.
Well,
10
no,
feet's
but
a
it's
little higher
like
than
it's an angle like you could climb halfway up.
Yeah,
if
you
you have
could.
silence, it's not too hard.
It's
That's true.
slopey.
I can do that.
It's not actually a cliff. It's slopey. You can
Yeah.
actually
Okay,
climb
so
that
I can-
easy.
Climb up and peer over the top then. We're kind of like laying down, scuttling up, and
Yeah, and as per our standard operating procedure, I'm doing the thing where I flank a little bit further to the left while
Yeah.
we're doing this stealthy thing.
Okay.
So I'm
Yeah.
going to be in the bush here by the fallen tree.
Right. Okay. So you are now outside of the silence area, so you can hear them. Roll a stealth check again, just to get.
But I already got a 20. Okay.
no, she's stealthy. She's done.
You know,
It's-
yeah,
absolutely.
you rolled that before I did the thing. I'm gonna. No, you can keep your
Oh.
20. You can keep your 20.
Okay,
It's fine.
yes.
So you're still stealthy. You're in the bushes. You're stealthy, and you can hear the trolls. Do you
believe
speak?
that.
Not troll. Do you speak orc?
No.
You don't speak orc. So you hear them. You hear them
Oh.
talking a lot of gibberish right now.
By me.
Zug zug.
Zug zug.
Stop poking me. Wait, what?
Locked door, friend. All right.
Kick.
Yeah, that's all you hear. That's all we really hear is keck. All right. Good. How do I want to proceed with this? Govanen is. I need to figure out what to do with the Govanen. Govanen is going to be moving up in behind this tree here. Interestingly enough, he has also left the silence. The silence was mainly for Eric.
He
Yeah,
understands.
sign centered on Eric.
Let's see.
He understands Orcish.
Yes.
Okay, he didn't roll.
So
as
I
well.
start my
But he's
psychic
still
link
made it.
with him. I mind meld with him.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he does speak
Tell
Orcish.
him. What?
Okay. That's true. You can do that.
Arnon, this is the widow in your head.
Is your father?
I'm Batman.
Well, very good. If you do actually lead with that, he's going to be rather confused. So,
You only adopted the darkness. I was born on it.
all right. Right. This is getting
Play
off
it so
track.
long. I don't-
So, what are we doing? We are okay. So you want him to
rolled-
translate? He can translate to you. He can translate back what's going on. Specifically,
Yeah.
okay. So you will know, and he will know, and the other two won't know.
La la la.
Yeah.
Well, I can mind meld with them as well and then send it back. I mean,
Okay.
only one
Just
person
move-
at a
it-
time.
Okay, you
but-
can just translate in and around a circle. Okay, very good. And yeah,
Takes about
mind meld does
takes
bypass
like 3
silence.
rounds to go around the entire
That is
circle.
So
Okay.
handy.
So,
Oh.
basically, the short end of the whole conversation between the two of them, besides one orc just, specifically saying, as he pees, just the far one, this one here, right? He's very adamant about peeing. He's relieving himself. Right. So the closest, actually, the closest 4 specifically are talking in amongst each other about how far they have left to go to get back to the main camp, and how
Good.
Gate Smasher is the name. Gate Smasher will, hopefully be pleased with what they are bringing back to the camp.
Now I'm just picturing this whole orc army worshiping this like big log, which they use as a battering ram. That's their leader, gate smashing battering ram.
Oh no, I forgot one thing. Oh, one second. Before the combat starts, I have one thing I have to fix. I just realized I didn't bring over the other guy.
There's
Sorry.
a lot
so
of orcs here.
that one disappeared. I know it's weird. It's weird, but it's okay.
He reappears behind us.
No. No.
What do you mean he
Shit.
disappeared?
Shadow step.
Where is he?
Level 60 orc rogue.
Yeah.
He
This one.
just disappeared. He didn't walk away. He just disappeared.
Yeah, no, it'll make sense in a second, due to the fact that I made a mistake. He's not supposed to be there. This one is supposed to be there. Wait, no.
He retroactively disappeared.
Is that no? That's the wrong one. Come on, then. I copied him over. I love it when I derp. Actually, I hate it when I derp. Copy that. And then, where are we going? Back over here.
Hit Control O for orc.
There we go. All right.
Oh, he's got something different.
What?
Is that Gate Smasher?
No.
Okay.
You would know that right away because otherwise, unless of course Gate Smasher likes talking about himself in the third person.
No, this is Gate Smasher's little brother, like window breaker.
Yeah. Although you will notice quite quickly that he only has one eye.
Okay.
Oh, so he's a religious fanatic.
He's a
orc
religious
of-
fanatic, and apparently he's killed elves before.
See that? Well, I know who I'm aiming for first.
Right.
So we getting a surprise round before our crappy initiative that we rolled kicks in?
I got
Actually,
20.
what is your religion, Lasan?
Jew. I don't. I mean,
We'll
I'm.
just roll a religion check anyway, which is a
I
wisdom.
think he was asking
oh, no,
for your religious
intelligence check.
skill, not your actual, deity.
Okay, what was that?
Okay, so just roll either intelligence or roll
No religion.
or knowledge religion check for me, if you don't mind.
Do we have a knowledge religion check? Okay, well, I
It's
guess
important
we're.
because
It
whether
may
or
just
not
be
you
called
would
religion.
actually aim for him specifically, because whether or not you know for a fact that he's killed elves, to get to lose that eye,
Okay.
whether or not that makes a difference. Okay, yes, all right, you know for a fact that he that is the ritual they do, and they can choose to. They also choose not to. Some people can kill an elf and choose not to take their eye out. This one, however, did go the extra length to remove his eye. Okay.
I don't have her following any particular religion, just like Sylvanus, Myliki, and the one,
You're
the
leaking
one,
what?
the green one, Chantia,
Mhm.
are just kind of part of her life, but not a big, Anyway,
Okay.
there's a personal quest coming up though at some point if we keep playing this. So
Very good. I like it. All right, so that's basically it. You know for a fact that there is somebody or something specifically going in this particular area. And you know that there is a religious fanatic amongst the orcs. Whether or not what that means, you don't exactly know. If it means anything different. And that's basically it. And they're talking about somebody called Gate Smasher. Being proud about them bringing back some foodstuffs for the main camp. They did use that, the main camp. They used that specifically, that terminology. So, so you guys can proceed. I will give you, because everybody is still stealthing around, I will give you a surprise round. So go ahead and roll
Yay.
initiative. But their
I think we already
initiative
rolled
won't
initiative
count for
and
the
it was
first
terrible.
round. Let's see. And you have a +1. What do you have for pluses?
Yeah, we rolled before, but
This one.
there's no window, so I don't know.
it didn't
it
pop
took-
up.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. Yeah.
All right.
Yay, crappy rolls.
Oh, apparently Lisan had okay initiative. The rest of us were terrible.
Yeah, no, Lasan is ready to go. Lasan is ready to kill. Let me go ahead and get Govanen
Without
in here.
warning this time.
She's orcs and she's like, boing.
Okay, his is not as good. Lasan, you beat your brother in terms of initiative. It's gonna
Apparently he has
I know
none at all. Oh, there we go. Okay.
be. So that's good. I'm gonna roll for you. Let's get this. Oh wow. Oh, wrong way. Where can I? How do I do this again? Oh yes, after I'm derping out. All right, so there. And I need you. I wish I could like mass add turn. How do I do that? I wonder. I don't guess I can. Oh, he sucks. He sucks bad.
Good.
He's slow. He's too busy staring off into space. I keep doing that. Can I add turn here? Okay. There's that. That is going to be... Ooh, you're a little bit better. Okay, you're a little bit better as well. This guy taking a pee is going to be the fastest one so far.
Yeah, well, he's lighter, right?
Oh, he is now lighter. That's true. Right.
He's got his hands out already. See,
Not
I
the
don't
only thing
think
he
about
has.
that too much.
Okay, he doesn't have an initiative yet, so let's get an initiative for you. Oh, yeah, okay. So hopefully everybody's there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now let's put this in descending order. Like so. And yeah, so a surprise round, that means all 4 of you, technically, with Govanen, get to go before they get to act. So yeah, who's first? We got Lisanne. Go for it.
all right. Aiming for this guy over here.
Okay, very good.
If I can find my bow, it'll be fine.
Here we go. Combat has started.
Right.
That is, I'm
really
pretty
good
sure
at
that's a hit. I'm just gonna make sure for sure. Okay, yeah, no, that's definitely a hit. And for 5 damage, right? He takes that first bolt, and he's like, whoa! And he looks in the direction of where it come from, stunned, and is not able to talk yet because everybody gets to go before 6 seconds is up. So go.
Yeah. Plus, he doesn't know how far you are because he has no depth perception.
That's
Yeah.
right. This is true. I like it.
It was a good shot. I mean, the arrow, I should say, he goes, huh, whatever. The arrow does get deflected, though. It gets, he's got a little bit of hide here, and it does kind of go off the side of him. But no, you did do a good do a good hit. It was a good hit. It was pretty solid.
Do I
As
see
far as
any
you can tell.
blood or a little bit of a bump or something?
No. He did stagger backwards, which is enough.
Okay.
Again, hit points are an abstract concept, so at
Yeah,
some
that's what I'm
point,
trying to describe.
theoretically,
Yeah.
every time you damage someone, that doesn't actually mean that you drew blood.
Well, I was hoping a big,
Orcs are your favorite enemy.
you
So for instance, that you did in staggering him, that was it was a solid hit.
Okay.
All right, so who's next? We have wait, where'd my whatchamacallit go?
Initiative? Yeah, disappeared again.
There it is. Come back here. All right, so Lisana's gone. And who's next? We have Govanen gets to go. Okay, Govanen. You know what? He's gonna take. What has he got? Knowledge. He doesn't have any pluses to that, so that would be 13. So you know what? He doesn't know about the one eye. Weirdly enough, he doesn't know about the one eye guy. So he's gonna take the one closest to him, which is honestly the closest one is the bigger threat. So he's gonna aim at him. And I need where's my?
We're gonna be splitting up our damage like crazy because I can only go so far.
Yeah.
Oh, shit! Really? And first arrow that whizzes by does not make contact. It's just like woof, right past him. And the second one is +4. Now you do have a 13, right? That's what we decided the last time. Where is it? Yeah, it is 13. Okay, so that one hits.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, and it's max damage. So this one takes 12 points of damage.
Yeah,
By
that's
this
not
one,
enough,
I
though.
mean this one, the closest one, that one there.
Okay.
Yeah, they have more than 13 hit points though.
Put him where he's supposed to be. Yes, they do indeed. All right, so that's his turn. He's a little bit distressed about missing the one arrow. Tao, your go.
Really already?
Yeah. You surprise
Oh,
round.
'cause it's a
Right,
surprise
surprise
round.
round.
Surprise round, yeah.
Right. Yeah. So there's no way I'm running into the middle of a bunch of orcs. So I'm
I
taking
am.
out my pew pew stick.
The pew pew. Oh wait, the magic missile.
Magic.
How many
I
charges?
cast magic missile.
How many charges do you have on that?
Well, it recharges every day.
Does
So
it?
Yeah.
7.
It's magic.
Those things are hardcore. It has seven charges a day, but if you use the 7th charge, that's when there's a chance that it fizzles out forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's got 6 charges a day, but that's a hell of a lot of magic missiles.
It
That thing
is,
is
man.
craziness.
So yeah, I'll be changing my psionic discipline with my bonus action, my psionic discipline from celerity to psionic weapon in preparation for the next round.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll magic missile. So the one-eyed dude has been the one who's been hurt by Lisanne's arrow, right?
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So I'll just pew 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 directly at him.
Okay.
From out of the bushes. I just like jump up in like a spray of leaves. Pew, 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 and I
Okay.
duck down again.
Roll the damage.
Look at all the dice.
It rolls the dice double.
rolls
Yeah,
too
I
many
don't know
dice.
why, but it does
Oh,
that. Yeah.
okay.
And apparently,
I did
it
8 damage.
rolled. It rolled and took all the shitty ones.
Yeah, I got 2, 2, and 1 on 3 dice.
All right. So he takes 8 damage, and he gets slammed. Boom, boom, boom. And then he still comes right. He's standing quite tall still.
And actually, after that, I'm gonna like be super brave and like I'm moving further back. Oh, apparently I can't move off this screen any further, but I'm moving away.
Okay. All
I
right,
don't want
so
to be reached.
it is now going to be Eric's turn, which will end after this. It will end the surprise round, and they get to go.
So
Well,
I'm
follow
going
initiative.
to, as a bonus action, I'm going to like point at the nearest orc and issue like Warlock Curse thing. I say something clever, but I'm silenced, so I don't have to make something up. You don't know what I said. Then I'm going to
Spoon.
5, 10, 20, 25, 30. I'm basically going to go like to hop up on the cart and then jump down and pitchfork this guy.
Ooh, okay. From the air, the pitchfork comes down. I've seen Dark Souls 3. I know how this can hurt.
I can make an athletics check if necessary.
Yeah,
It's hard for me to
actually, it
screw
would be
it up too
necessary.
badly.
And you pass.
Since I'm not doing anything special.
Okay. And roll your damage.
Okay, so
Easty, thank you for that. Go
just
orcs.
one-handing this.
Party.
Oh, that's
Party
terrible.
white.
I only hit AC 11. It would do like atomic damage if it hit. But,
AC 11, you will miss as you jump.
Yeah.
Your jumping in the air gave him all that he needed to get out of the way. He knew exactly your trajectory enough to get out of the way. All right. Excellent. So it is now who? We go back to the top of the order. That is the surprise round over. This son, you also get another shot. Before the orcs get to go, you get a shot.
Finish him.
Same guy.
Same guy. Okay, you hit AC 20. That will work, and you take. Okay, he takes 6. Okay, he is taking a beating, but he is still up and aware.
Unfortunate.
It's not. So the guy in the back, the one that was peeing, the hardcore pee guy, he is. What is he gonna do? It's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So no, he can actually move up. He can move up to here. Just close enough to get to, well, the tank anyway. And he is going to attack with... Actually, you know what? What he'll do first, because this is what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to throw their javelin first, and he can throw that quite easily. So he's going to throw a javelin, and that's going to be... What's the damage on that? +5. Okay, so there we go. So, let's do it. So he's going to hit AC, it's +3, right? So that was 19, AC 19. On Eric.
Oh, AC 19? Yeah, that's hits.
That's a hit, okay. And just look at this again. Or sorry, it was AC 21. But anyway, whatever.
Yeah, well,
and he's going to do 9 points of damage. Piercing.
Ow. Okay, so I take 6, which is still a lot.
Right? And he's gonna move. He's gonna move in, and he's gonna end his turn here next to you. That is that guy's turn. Now it's the orc with the missing eye. He now gets to go. What is he going to do? Right?
There's no I in orc.
There's no eye in orc. This is true.
There's still 1.
Right, you know what he's gonna do? He moves his hands in a certain pattern, and he chants some indecipherable words. And as he does, a ghostly spear appears next to him. And I think that's going to be his turn, right? Because in casting, that's your turn, I think. If I'm mistaken, I would be... sad. I think that's it. So now he has a spear next to him. Although he can still attack with the spear this turn. Yeah, the spear gets an action.
I would bet that the like holy weapon or whatever would attack in the same turn that it's summoned. If it's the one where it like flies around and attacks on its own. Yeah, that'd be part of the action.
He's like an orc paladin or something.
Well, something similar maybe.
Holy warrior now.
But just a quick question: the spear. I didn't look it up. I should have looked it up. But if you know fast enough, does it do magical damage?
Called?
It's not physical damage. Does it? Right?
What's the spell called?
It's called spiritual weapon.
I'll look at 2 seconds.
I'm guessing it attacks as a magical weapon. I would guess.
Spiritual weapon. Create a floating spectral weapon.
It's a bonus.
When you cast a spell, you can make a melee attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon. On a hit, the target takes force damage equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And as a bonus action, you can move it up to 20 feet. So you can cast it within 60 feet, And as a bonus action, you can move it 20 feet.
which is close enough.
Yeah.
That moves in.
You can do up to 80 feet the first round, which is good.
And the spear is 1d8, I think, or
Yeah, 1d8 plus his wisdom, I guess.
right. That's good to know. Thank you. 1d8 plus wisdom. What is his wisdom right now? Okay, so there we go. All right, so. Ooh, so he's gonna do 8 points of damage. 8 points of force damage against you, Eric.
Dope. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Because you can't negate that, I don't think.
Nope, not. Take 8.
Okay, take the full hit. Woohoo!
Wow.
That's really painful. Right, so
You better come running back to me to get healed here, sunshine.
bravely run away. Very good. So that's that guy, and then we have one more orc. That's going to be this one here. Can he move? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Eric better not go down in one round. He needs to be able to second wind still.
And he's gonna
Yeah.
move in to here.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, he's not gonna put his back to the target, to the enemy.
If I just rolled about 2 points higher on the attack roll, I probably could have dropped that guy in one hit, and then I would have got 3 temporary hit points, and there would have been one less guy
Never mind.
attacking.
He missed. I was gonna roll damage because it rolled off the table, but he missed. Absolutely
Yay.
missed horribly. So he's done. And now it is Govanen. Govanen is going to... What would he do? No, he's going to stick with his current target. And his second shot, he's probably going to try to assist.
With the spiritual weapon, you do still need to make an attack roll, right? Which you did?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I should have called it out, but I didn't. Right, so there is... That is going to hit that orc. And that is going to murder that orc. Okay, this one is dead. Govanen makes a nice strike.
Yay.
Can I
One
not
down,
see this? Move that out of the way. Thank you. That one is dead. And then he is going to turn his attention to... Which one would he do? Honestly, seeing an orc summon some sort of magical weapon, he is going to turn his attention to that one.
Yeah. And that one's wounded.
Let's go for it. Ooh,
Yeah.
nice. Okay, that's definitely going to hit. And that's going to do 9 points of damage against the one-eye guy.
He's dead.
Okay.
And he's still standing.
He's still standing.
He's bloody,
Jeez.
right? Like he's taken half, you think?
Yeah, Lasan, you can tell that last arrow is still stuck in him. He is stuck like a pig right now. It's hurting. So Govanen, that's your turn. Now it's the orc closest to Eric. So
No.
this one here is now going to go.
Yeah, the one I attacked.
And he's going to hit. What's your AC again?
18.
18. He only gets a plus. Okay, he misses. Damn it. You have
Hey.
really high AC, and it's annoying.
Yes, that's the point.
So there's that. And then
That's
now
why
it's
I
Tao's
run
turn.
into a bunch of orcs.
Tao!
Some attacks.
Well, I'm going to not run in there again because it seems a little nuts. Although I could potentially
It's
like
fine.
psionically explode one dude. Although I did specify I was moving back, so I'm probably too far to melee in anyway. So I'll just magic missile the
No, you can move
one-eyed.
in if you wanted.
No, again, I specified that I'd move back. I can't physically because the map ends here.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you're further
But
back.
I
than
had
what it
wanted
looks
to be
like.
out of range of being charged or whatever by orcs. So,
Okay, right.
so I'm just gonna magic missile the cleric again
Okay.
because if I take him out, it'll also get rid of his spear, which seems like a really
Yes.
good idea.
It's a bad spear. It's a
2 for the
nasty
price of
thing.
1.
Hopefully, I'll roll better this time. Whoa, 14.
Nice.
That is much better.
Yes.
4 plus 4 plus 3 instead of 2 plus 2 plus
This
1.
time it decided to choose all the good dice.
Yeah. So I aimed it a little more carefully. I'm like, I thought this thing auto-targeted. I don't understand. Like, shake it a little bit.
No, you
You know,
just
it's
need to
like
like
when your
lock in
pen's
a
not
little
working
bit.
right, so
Yeah.
you like wiggle.
Okay. That one drops him to one knee. But he stands back.
But the
up.
other orc has one knee as
Okay.
well, so they're a great pair put together.
And
Well,
then you
somebody
make
in chat
a monstrosity.
pointed out that if we cut the other leg off, we'd have half orcs.
No, you'll get patchwork. You want patchwork? Do you really want patchwork right now? Sorry.
Ah.
All right, so he's still
So he drops
standing.
to a knee. Is he dead or is
No.
he just
No,
like?
he's
Dang.
still up.
He's just
He's
wounded.
still up. He's still alive.
He's
very,
a
very
badass.
badly
Yeah, he is a
burned.
badass.
Ah.
Turns out losing one eye might just be awesome. All right, no. So that's Tao's
Okay, let's
turn.
all try it.
So this, yeah, the orc that is next is the orc that is dead. Someone trash him. It is now Eric's turn. Eric
Okay,
was
so I'm
surrounded
gonna
by
use
three
my
orcs.
second wind.
Wait,
to heal myself some probably crappy amount. No, 6 is decent.
Six is
oh no, he does. He does. Okay, move that back.
6 more than you had.
Yeah. Boom. Okay, so back to
Boom
lemon.
goes the dynamite.
And if the leader is that low, I am going to try and finish him off with the pitchfork.
Nice.
Oh,
and
you're
that'll
gonna
heal
throw
you.
the pitchfork.
No, I'm right next to him, right? Didn't he move up to me?
Right there.
Oh no, he's back there.
Yeah, no, he's back here.
Oh,
Oh.
that one.
That reduces the chances of it working though if he has a higher armor class. But
Mm.
I can't move away from all these guys though very well.
Right,
Have
if
you
you were to
hurt one of
throw it,
those
you'd have
guys?
disadvantage.
Yeah, I have disadvantage on a spell with an attack roll.
Easty, yeah, it looks like a lot of dice for the magic missile, but it's not counting all those dice. For whatever reason, it's just showing more dice than is actually being rolled. I don't know why.
Yeah,
it's just weird.
It's trying to like in case it crits. I don't know if you could check if that thing has an option to turn off the ability to crit.
Oh, hold on. It does. Just
Yeah.
ignore this. Oh, there we go. That'll be a lot
yeah,
cleaner.
see now you're safe. Okay, but anyhow, so I can't get to him and be disadvantaged, and honestly my like spell roll isn't quite as good as my like not spell roll, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to get over to him. It's too bad.
Is there any one of those next to you that you've wounded?
No, it'd be really nice if I could drop one and run around, but
You
Thing is,
second
and
winded,
I'm-
right?
yeah, I did.
Okay.
I've got a bunch of them on me, so like if I move away from any of them without just spending my whole turn doing it, then I'm gonna get attacks for opportunity. So I think I'm probably just gonna hit one of these guys, see what I can do. Don't have much else. Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm just gonna try and whack the I don't know, the same one that I tried to hit before, because
Okay.
he's the one that I have cursed. That's the thing. I can't move the curse until I actually like defeat him.
Okay.
So yeah.
And you
That's
will
good
hit. Okay.
So that's 10 damage plus from the warlock curse. Where did I put that?
Oh wow.
1 necrotic damage.
Woo!
Okay. So which one are you attacking? Could you ping it for me?
Yeah, this is not going to drop him.
Okay, that
Oh,
one there.
Mr. Cowan.
So
Last round it was 12 damage plus the 1d6. I probably would have got him, but
so it's minus 11 damage. Am I right?
yeah, 11 damage.
Yeah, no, he's still standing. Okay, so that's your turn. Now
That's
which
what I
one
got.
is it? Okay, this orc is to go. What is this one going to do? He can't get to Tau. Tau is actually further away than it looks. Although, you know what? No, I could. I could go full-on aggression mode. When you moved last time, it was 6 back, right? Your
Yeah,
movement.
probably,
Your movement
yeah.
would be 6, right? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wow. So he can almost get to you.
Yeah, so I should be like somewhere around like 50 or 60 feet away from them.
Yeah, because he can move as a bonus action. He can move up to his speed closer to
Oh,
any
wow.
hostile target. So right now he can move like 60 feet, but he doesn't quite get to you.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Oh wait, you know it doesn't matter because he can throw a spear. That's what he's gonna do.
Okay, so he gets to move his speed as a bonus. So the
Yeah.
orcs are like charge bots. Oh,
That-
wow.
They have a feat called aggressiveness. I think it's called.
Okay. That's
Uh,
okay.
oh,
One
wow.
orc is I'm okay with.
All right, so no, he definitely hits. And he does max damage, so that's going to be 9 points of
Uh-huh.
damage. 9 points
How
of
much?
damage. Piercing, by the way, if it matters.
It really doesn't.
And now he doesn't have a spear anymore because it's stuck in you.
Only I care.
And that's
Yeah.
his turn.
I'm bloodied. Okay.
Turn.
This song,
Yes.
it's your turn. Woo!
This guy.
Yeah, you're still shooting at Captain Eyeball.
Okay. You have a dead eye, and that's also
That
max
should-
damage. Woo! All right.
should take
You
that.
all, but send an arrow completely through his chest. He is now down. He is done, and the spear fades away. The spectral spear.
Yay!
Right. So we're gonna make him. We're gonna mark
That's
him
good,
off.
since that thing effectively has +3 damage on me, and I don't have a lot of like get hits left in me.
Yeah.
This fight.
Go ahead and subtract him out by 3 as well. So just get off here. So this guy is this one here. So we're gonna get him out of here. He's done. Right. Okay, everybody. Okay, the people who have died are now gone. Excellent.
If
So
they each hit me for an average of 6 damage, I'm okay.
So we have yet another orc next to Eric. They're going to gang up on you at this particular point, I dare say, because well, that's what they do. Ray, are you gonna get hit? Okay, that one's gonna miss, unfortunately.
Yeah. Shield.
And this one is the next one. Okay, it's the one just to the northeast of you.
This
That one is
man-
going to hit. and for
No.
5 damage.
Okay, so I take
Yeah.
2.
Okay. That's his turn, and then Govanen gets to go, and he's going to try to help get some of them off of you.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Get
Oh,
some.
he's gonna. Is that plus? He just misses. He just misses again. Oh, but he makes up for it with a crit. All right. So
Nice.
the crit. This is the one that I'm attacking currently.
Yep.
The crit is going to be. Oh shit! I rolled the wrong thing for damage. 1 second. Okay, it's just. I rolled a d6 and then I rolled a d8 and I got the same damage. Anyway, that's gonna be plus the fool.
Don't be counting
Okay,
so long.
never mind. Yeah, so he's obliterated. This orc is obliterated.
Nice.
That arrow comes right out the front of his neck. So he's done. Good shot. Go Vannon. Go Vannon, go Vannon, go. Anyway,
Yeah.
so he's done. And so now it is yet another orc's turn, who is going to now try to still hit Eric. Because going for Govanen at this particular point is going to be suicide. And you know what? He's in a blood rage anyway, so let's just go ahead and hit for 9 points of damage.
Okay, that hurts. I'm glad they didn't all do that. So I take 6. If
Ooh.
I took all 9, I'd be down.
All right, so now it's Tao's turn. Tao.
All right, so he threw a spear at me, which caught me somewhere, nicked me on the arm.
Mm-hmm.
So and obviously hit with some force. So sort of swing back like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's that brief pause in combat where the orc's like, "Ah!" And I sort of I'm looking down while I turn back. You made me bleed my own blood.
Oh.
And then I just leap at him with the dagger.
Uh-oh.
So
What's gonna happen? He mad, yo.
I'm kind of pissed. So the star motif dagger here.
Or she mad, I should say. She mad, yo.
Yeah.
I'm assuming an 18 hits.
That will hit, yep.
Yeah, and I'm going to funnel my full anger. I mean, this is a goddamn orc. I don't F around. So I'm going to unload my full sonic lethal strike into this.
Oh, geez.
For an extra 19 on top of that. So 27 points of damage. So just drive the dagger directly. You know what?
Oh.
I'm going to level this guy up. I'm striking him directly into the eye. You guys like poking out an eye? There you go. I'm making you a favor.
Right, okay. Well, okay, so when it goes in through the eye, we're going to say that he's already dead. Now,
Brain explode.
with the amount of psionic energy that travels through, for some reason,
And then unload the sonic energy.
it runs right straight down through him, and it almost seemed like his entire body was going to explode out in all directions. But then, it's just his toes. His toes flew off. He held together long enough, but his toes flew off. All right. He's dead.
Right
He's
down the body.
absolutely murdered.
It's like that distorted thing. You see it sort of... bloop, bloop, bloop.
He's absolutely gone. That one is done. All right. Damn, that was wicked.
That's good.
He's like, I immediately regret this decision. Okay, Eric, your turn.
All right. I probably can't follow up quite as well, but I am just going to... I'm just going to... Yeah. Well, I'm obviously just going to attack the one that I wounded, that I still have cursed.
Right.
And...
Don't mess with the widow.
You might lose your toes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take, and even though it makes less sense, I'm just gonna take the I'm holding the pitchfork closer to the spiky end, but I'm just gonna take it and I'm just gonna go thwack, quarterstaff him across the face with it.
Which one exactly? Sorry. Oh,
The
never
one above me
mind.
who I wounded.
That one's that's wounded? Yeah, okay. Across the face, you say?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no,
With
it
the
nearly
hat.
takes his face off.
Yeah.
That crit was...
Spins him around. He takes an extra D6 necrotic damage.
Yeah, no, he's toast. He's super toast.
And
He is absolutely
then-
gone.
As a bonus action, I just I drop that thing, the pitchfork after that, and I just point at the other guy. It's and this guy has now got my curse.
Oh, wow. He's got the curse then. What does the curse do
One
exactly?
left.
whenever I hit the target of the curse, I do plus 1d6 necrotic damage.
Oh, I see. So
And then when I drop the target, I can move it. It lasts for like, I don't know, an hour or something. I'll double check.
Very cool. All right.
Yeah.
Just so I remember. So good. Now it's Lasan's turn. Lasan, you and your brother. Tag team.
Yeah,
right now.
well, one left.
Also, I
Hurt him.
gained 3 temporary hit points from
And you
dropping the
critted
guy.
as well. Although
But
you
that's
did,
a shit crit.
min on the crit.
That's really disappointing.
Yeah.
That's just
So that's going to be only 7 points of damage. Only 7, but whatever.
yeah.
The orc takes that, doesn't like it, and it is now his go. He can see that the target in front of him should not. I mean, this is an orc. They do respect strength, and at this particular point, Eric has
Very
got
tough.
this orc strength. However, it's done. He's gonna take another strike. He's gonna fight and die in battle. That is the best way to go, in his opinion. And he will hit, and he will do 7 points of damage.
Because I had 3 temporary hit points, but that's just barely gonna put me under.
Oh, you dropped then. Oh,
Yeah.
he is so He is so strong.
Boo.
He's gonna die for it. But I was able.
Oh no! Wait, duh. He does 3 less damage.
Right.
So no, I was at 6 counting temporary hit points.
Oh,
So he does 4 damage to me. So
You're still up.
I'd still be at 2.
with
Yeah.
temporary hit points, it almost seems like something completely arcane with that. Like he knows for a fact this is going to really just drive you under. He can feel it. He
Yeah,
knows
this-
it was lined up, and yet somehow
This little,
as it
this
neared
extra supernatural endurance, just some kind of almost exuberance that I get from dropping someone.
yeah, and it just you just
Slightly out
do
of
not
character.
fall, and he is completely flabbergasted. But that's his turn.
Yeah.
He is gonna die probably to Govanen, who also has the hate
Two
for
hits.
orcs. 2
Do
arrows, and he'll miss the first one. And he'll hit the second one. Okay, so he's gonna do 9 points of damage. That's enough. That's enough to drop him. So the next arrow drops this one down, and that is the combat. Everybody is still standing. You guys did take some amount of damage off of it.
Yeah.
But it also helps a lot that you guys were able to sneak up and get a surprise round. Imagine if you didn't get a surprise round.
That was a lot of orcs. I was really concerned when we were starting this.
That was
Yeah.
a lot of works.
Yeah.
And that was before I realized there was a badass caster.
Yeah. You gotta watch those one eyes. Very good. So now, what's left? We have. Oh, you can check the bodies. The bodies. Again, you're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 great axes that you can grab.
9 points for you, and check the
Yay.
wagon for the voices.
Yeah. There is bound and gagged a human woman. And where is it? Find it there real fast. I'm in the wrong place. Oh, it's over here. You can get her name if you like. Where is it? Okay, yeah. And so, well, you don't know his name yet, so that's okay. But the guy that you saved back at the little farm, he's not with you right now. But as you free the gag from off of the lady who was bound, she breathes a sigh of relief, and she gets up, she looks around her, and looks around at the orcs that are now spilled upon the field, and she just spits like in a curse, just spits at the ground.
Oh, gutsy lady.
Yeah.
No crying and weeping. She's ticked off.
Yeah, no, she's a little bit angry. Right. So at this point, what was I going to say? There was also 4. There was 2 shot. So there's 2. All right. So there's no. Yeah, there's 2. So there's going to be 4 great axes that you can grab. There's 2 spears that you can grab. Javelins, I should say, not spears. And
What's on the magic guy?
on the magic guy, you find, what does he have there? He does have it's sort of like a cracked gem. It seems like it was something that he would use for as a
Spell component.
spell component, yeah. But still, the cracked gem is worth about 15 gold pieces. So you can just add it as 15 gold if you want.
Okay, so just 5 gold each.
Yeah. And yeah, that's that entire group. Now you also saved all this food, and you can leave it here and come back for it, or and just escort Megan back home. Because let's face it, grabbing this, you're gonna have to be like oxen right now. You're gonna have to grab it, like the orcs did. Grab either handle and carry it and roll it again.
Yeah, well, the thing is, we definitely need a short rest,
A
regardless.
little tired.
Mm-hmm.
So it
Yeah.
might be a good idea to haul these wagons back and
We can do
bring.
more-
Did you say what was the girl's name?
Megan.
Megan.
And bring Megan back to the farmstead.
But we're going to have to escort her home. We can't just say, "Oh, you're free,"
Yeah.
wander off and get killed again. So
Right.
Yeah, I think we have to go back.
Yeah, yeah. Even if you didn't escort her home, she's gonna run back because, she's concerned because, well, her husband.
yeah,
Actually,
of course.
she even says that.
We tell him he's safe. We've
Okay,
got
good,
him
good,
safe.
good. Okay, she seems like she's about to run back to the farm, but you can tell him he's safe
No,
or whatever, and
no.
then she slows her gait, and she does seem to wait.
We'll get you home. We'll get you home.
Okay.
I mean, if can Eric pull one of these little carts and Tao and I the other?
And we
I
have your
don't
brother
know.
too.
A little
Oh,
worn
we have
out
the
now.
Bennett. We
Go
have a
back,
brother.
yeah. It'll slow you down quite a bit, but you can, yeah.
Well,
I think
yeah, but
with 2 people per cart, we're going to be okay.
we'll
Yeah.
be fine.
Yeah.
And she can
Okay.
push. We just
We have
saved
a
your
lot of
life.
strong people.
Push.
Okay. So
All
let's
right.
bring,
Everyone else is
the
strong.
carts and all of your, yourselves. I'm going to put you all together again so I can easily grab.
Yeah.
And then the carts. Actually, the cart's on the... No, it's not. It's on another map. So we're going to move to here.
We've got these dead bodies all over. I'm thinking, we could have taken them and kind of piled them, in over here, kind of out off the path or something.
In a
Yeah.
bush
We're
or
going to have
whatever.
some little farm boy trotting along, going to the next farm and blah. So make
Yeah.
a
Hey,
pile and something.
has to learn someday about dead orcs.
Yeah. Specifically. Okay, we're going to move you over here.
Can't,
we go.
can't shelter
Oh yeah, we
forever.
should burn the bodies so they don't attract wolves or anything.
There we go.
Yeah,
I
you
like
can.
that.
You
Clean
can-
up the mess. I like it.
It won't take too long. You guys you can do that
Yeah.
quickly. Where do I
Farm
put this? That's not
back.
going
There's a
to be
fallen
on the
tree
house.
right here, so
There, we
It
just
looks
push
like
over
there's
there.
a pen beside that big buildings. It's probably their barn that went down, but we saved things.
Yeah.
We saved most of the stuff, actually. It worked out pretty well.
All right, you're going to be back.
I mean, it could have been worse.
There we go.
Could have been
Yeah.
worse.
All right. Yeah. So the orc that you left behind, you tied up to this particular building, is where I was just going to name him. And the guy who was looking over him, you left him in charge of him. The orc is indeed still alive. The guy
Wait.
said he was not going to kill him. He did not kill him. However, the orc,
but he didn't say much at the time.
the orc has taken a few bruises to the face. He has been seems pummeled a bit, but he's still alive.
Yeah.
And he
And
looks
we
up and
have
he
to quit.
sees Megan. He sees
We
Megan, and he goes
Have
crazy.
to stop. I have a stream starting in 10 minutes.
Okay,
we
well,
have
you know
to
what?
Break time, guys.
Sunday Morning Heroes. That's exactly what this is named, and it seems to me that today you guys kind of proved yourself very heroic, going into a fire and getting the people out, and as
Big
well
damn
as
heroes.
rescuing people. That was really nice. So good job, guys.
Putting out
I'm the big.
You're the big.
You're the big.
The big. Right, so that's it. Thank you once again to everybody who continues to show great generosity. Very much appreciated. You are definitely
Thank you.
getting me the idea that I can do this on a Sunday at a more reasonable time. We are getting closer to that goal, I dare say. But thank you again for that, especially. And what else do I want to say? Oh, by next Sunday, everybody should be around for next Sunday, right? Quill, Jimmy, just for like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah,
yeah,
we're all
we're gonna be back next Sunday. Should be, and we're gonna pick up where we left off, which is here. And we have a lot of things. There's something very, very. You thought this was kind of crazy. We have something very massive planned. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, obviously, but we're going to come back and we're gonna do this anyway.
And immediately after this, go watch A Kiss for Luck
Yes.
on her stream.
A kiss for luck.
Yes.
Her coffee
Yeah.
club is starting now. A kiss for luck.
Yes.
We'll see you
10
later.
minutes. Probably be, maybe 10 or 12, but we'll be there.
Okay, very good.
See you then. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
See you later. Thank you.
Later.
And okay, and I guess we're just going to be done now. I'm going to end the stream outright. Until next time, though, where can we find you, Quill?
YouTube.com/Quill18, twitch.tv/Quillatine, Quillatine, all the things.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Demon Act.
youtube.com/demonact. Check out Tales from my D&D campaign for
It's good.
crazy D&D stuff.
Really good stuff.
Really good stuff. Storytelling, this guy. Amazing. And then Kiss for Luck.
A Kiss for Luck. YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, all the places. A Kiss for Luck.
Very good. Excellent. And for myself, you can also find me, obviously, here and on youtube.com/Briarstone with a D at the end of it. Is how you'll find me on YouTube. And, of course, on Twitter and Facebook, I'm there as well. If you want to follow me there, I do a lot of bullshit talking. But anyway.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Have a good
Bye.
day. Have a good evening wherever you are in the world. This is Briarstone and Company saying goodbye.